I don't want to waste too many people's time because we have a lot to talk about tonight. But quick question just to warm us up a little bit.
Here we go.
We do have everybody in the house. We have Joe KW.
Yo,
we have Chris Pinkerton, if you're nasty.
What's up, party people?
Do you ever consider your mortality?
Always.
Every day.
Every day.
All the time.
So I've gotten to that point where I'm like considering it all the time as well.
I've been doing this since I was a teenager.
Do you so I definitely have not. I lived life to the fullest, Joe. I was out there in these streets. But do you ever do you consider yourself a person that's going to grow old?
I do.
Okay.
I mean, I often think about that. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I think that's fair.
And I mean, I think about growing old with my wife.
Right.
That's what I think about.
Of course.
No, I'm just saying, just that.
What about you?
I don't see. I haven't seen past 60.
I think he's 70.
So that to me
60.
is something to question, right? Mm-hmm. So I never see myself like when I was a kid. I saw myself as a parent. Mm-hmm. I saw myself as a teenager. I saw myself as a young man. Like I saw myself in all of these ages and phases.
Well, that's the thing. You don't see yourself. Like I've said this before. I'm Bobby will attest to the length of my teeth.
Right.
Very long.
Of course. I wouldn't look you in the mouth.
Thank you. If I'm halfway done with my life, I'm going to live to be 90. Right. Mm-hmm. Or am I on the back half? Right. Do I want to know that? And who knows? By the time we're 80, it may be not uncommon for people to live to be 120.
Right. Yeah. For sure. But like, and I don't even know if I want that.
No.
To be honest.
Right. Yeah. Or we can afford it.
Because I mop at some old people's places. Yeah. And I'm like, I want to avoid this whole bag.
Yeah. Working pharmacy, when I see some people, I'm just like, I don't want to be. Let me go before that, bro, please.
Yeah. But like, I've never envisioned myself as an old person. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not fully committed to the fact or idea, and I know words are spells, and your words become you speaking into the universe. I get it. I'm not convinced I'm going to make it out of my 40s.
Huh?
Like I'm not convinced I'm going to reach that phase of life. Mm. Like, and I've lived a full life, and my only concern, I think, is for my children, that they don't have the especially Leia, the psychological impact of losing a parent at that age. But like, I've lived a full fucking life. I've known plenty of people. I've partied with the best of them. I've rocked with the worst of them. I've
shot at the rest of them.
I've shot at the rest of them. Made about 100 or more, maybe less of them. But
that's right. Get your rocks off.
But like, I think that like, I spent 26 years of my life with the love of my life, and like not many people get the opportunity to do that regardless of age. Like,
find that at all.
But I do, my only regrets are for my children. And who's to say I could live to be 106? I could be that dude. I come from good stock.
Joe, can we take out a life insurance policy?
Yeah, dude, GameStop me.
hey, listen, guys, if you have, I just need you to reach out. If you have 4 friends that like making money, we'll get this thing started.
But like, it's like at a certain point, I ask myself, like, okay, so what is it? Because I don't live like a super unhealthy lifestyle, right? Mm-hmm. But I've done a number of things that have had this impact on me. But like, do I make sacrifices to live a mediocre life for 40 more years, or do I live a good life for 10 more years? Yeah. Or whatever, Yeah. And it's things that I've never, and shout out to Caleb. Caleb hit me up and was like, dude, 40 hits different.
It does, man.
Like, it's psychologically, the shit hits different.
The pandemic on top of that
for sure,
fucked all of us up.
And he's right. And ever since then, I have been thinking about it in a different way. Like, you're like, your clock's ticking. You don't know when that shit's going to get punched.
There's a very good chance you're in your back half by the time you're 40.
Right. And I had like I've had chest pain for like 2 days. Right. And then I'm like, man, is this the big clutch, Joe? Am I ready to meet him? I had my wife looked at it, and she's like, oh, it's probably just a knot in your back. She's been working it out. I feel much better. But like, I had like all these symptoms, right? I'm like, it's radiating down my arm. It's like the whole bit. And I got to thinking to myself, like, if it all ends today, how do I feel about it?
Yeah.
And with the exception of my younger children, even Jaina, I'm like, man, I gave you the rule book.
Yeah.
You know, like I can shore up the sides of it from here on out, but I gave you the tools, you know, but the younger two, I feel like I still got a little bit more left to give. But if you know, like, you know, like I've had a good bout of it, you know?
Yeah. I mean, everyone at this table, I feel like
I think if
to be here, we had it pretty good.
I think if a meteor came through the ceiling right now, we would all be remembered as people who led full lives. And, and I think touched people, but not like that.
No. I think you're right.
I've never touched people like that,
I'll tell you, like, the amount of times that I have played with death throughout my life and walked away.
Same.
You know, like, maybe that's the gamble. Like, maybe that's, you know what I mean? Maybe that's the trade-off, you know? So it's something I've been thinking about recently. But we have an awful lot to talk about tonight.
We sure do.
So I don't want to waste too much time. Well, yeah, there's big events this weekend.
Big things happen.
Everything
I actually had a pretty full nerd week for once. Chris, you got your coffee first. Joe, how was your nerd week?
I tried to quit my job.
I don't know what that means.
Wow. I put my, like...
If they didn't let you go, it means it's slavery and not a job.
That's right. unless you sign some sort of contract.
So, like, I've come to an epiphany a couple weeks ago. Not that it's something I didn't know, but I didn't really think about and really chew on. Is that all my entire life, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there are ups and downs. Everyone has ups and downs,
of course.
Right? But there's one particular place that brings out the worst in me, and it's like just soul crushing, and it just makes me mad and upset every time I'm there. I'm like, why do I go? If you can pinpoint a place where you're miserable and you don't have to go, why the fuck would you go? I'm a fucking moron.
That's a privilege, isn't it?
You need to stop hanging out.
Some people, that's not, you don't have to go.
They can't isolate. Yeah, they can't isolate. Like, I'm miserable, but I don't know where it's coming from. Like, I can't find the tumor, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a different side of it, right? The mental health aspect of depression and whatever, that's always low grade there, but that's an in my head thing, right? But and nothing causes it, right? For most people, if it's an illness, it's not something that causes it. It's just some shit that's wrong with your fucking brain and you can't be happy and you just fucking, but there are external factors, right? Like someone in your family died or whatever.
Sure.
You can pinpoint that makes you sad.
Correct.
Right? So this place makes me fucking miserable and I can pinpoint it. I can take it out of my life. And I feel very privileged to be able to do that because a lot of people's jobs are so crushing and they're just there every day and they don't have a choice.
Yeah.
No, this is one of two jobs.
Yeah, one of two jobs. One of my jobs have many locations, but I consider it one job.
Okay.
Right? And then I have another job. That's where I work weekends and holidays and some weekdays.
Okay.
That's the place.
That's the place.
That's the place with all the rich people in Chevy Chase.
I got you.
It's the richest county in Maryland.
It's one of the richest.
One of the richest in the
country.
Yeah.
In the country, congressmen.
Dude, they're balling out
Supreme
there.
Court.
Let's make some noise for
fucking all kinds of government people and CEOs are there.
Oh, I forgot to put my fucking. Hey, give me. Hold on 1 second. Let me stop this real quick. All right, continue. We are back.
Nice. I mean, one of my reasons is like I told myself I can't because I thought it wasn't an option because job security, right?
Right.
I work as what's called PRN or as needed basis, and so like I pick up hours from two different jobs to set me up for enough hours instead of having a full-time job. But I have too many hours. I have too many hours for a while now.
Right.
But so I talked to the job that I do like, and I'm like, look, I know I'm not full-timer here. I'm not part-time here. And they're only required to give me like 1 day a month.
Wow.
Right? That's the minimum requirement. But
just fucking insane.
But, I mean, that's the job you sign up for.
Sure.
Yeah. But like I asked my handler, my manager basically, was like, can you guarantee me with your word?
The old handler?
Yeah.
Some might call him a fixer.
They're usually the ones pushing the carts outside the grocery store.
Yeah.
Dirt Rage After Dark.
Yes, After Dark. It's different.
It's definitely After Dark.
Bro, I mean, we're in a different mental space. I'm in a different mental space here than earlier in the day. But yeah, she was like, yeah, I can guarantee you 3-4 days a week, every week for at least a year. And I was like, all right, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's neither here or there. I could get fucked, but I'm just gonna let it go. Be like, all right, you told me.
Betting on black.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 6 years. I've worked for this company for 6 years. They've never fucked me on hours.
Right.
And I've worked with this particular.
And you got at least. I mean, it's not a contract, but it's somebody's word.
Yeah, and she's my handler for the last 6 years since I've been hired.
Mm-hmm. Nice. I love that you have a handler.
I call her my handler. I don't know what else to call her.
She's like, take that salami and cheese. I
wonder if her job title is a pharmacist handler.
I mean, she handles all the PRNs. There's a lot of.
I would say she's probably a scheduling coordinator. Is probably what her title is.
She's like director of operations.
That sounds good.
Something
too.
like that. Yeah. I like to call her my handler.
Yeah,
makes me sound more important too.
There you go.
I think it makes you sound less important.
Are you sure Stan Lee has handlers? Right? Celebrity of handlers.
I saw.
Esmer Miller needs a handler.
So does Thomas at We Is.
Well, you're right. I got it, Joe. This person.
I am somewhere in the middle of that.
This person isn't. Well, they're not your agent.
Yeah,
but that's close to what.
Yes,
yeah.
She's my Jeremy.
Because I saw someone's agent this weekend.
But so I tried to quit that other job, and they were like, "Can you just work Sundays, please?" I was like, "I guess."
So okay, but the
power dynamic has changed, whereas like they are like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
Well, if you're the only work on Sundays, just say I'm going to need.
I've been working every weekend and every holiday for the last 6 years.
Right, but if you're saying to them now you'll only work Sundays, just say I'll only work Sundays for X amount instead of what you're currently paying. And if they're over a barrel enough, they're going to have to pay you because it doesn't sound like they have.
I mean, at this point,
choice.
like the power dynamic is that I can just fuck off. I'm like, hey, I can just say fuck you. I'm out.
That's awesome. You put yourself in that position.
It's great. It feels great.
That's a power dolphin.
Power bottom dolphin.
That sounds like a dirty move. Like, bro, I gave her the power dolphin this weekend.
Power dolphin. All right, we need I have the power with the dolphin squeaks. Somebody send us the sound clip.
But yeah, a big load, so to speak, has been taken off my shoulders.
Yeah.
And like I feel lighter.
Back on your face.
That's great, man.
And now we can schedule stuff for.
Yeah, we are going to have.
I should be off every Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Nice.
I mean, that's
so someone fucks me over.
And her rage is going to have some adjustments as a result.
That's right. We will have if we were a cruise ship, we would have a repositioning episode. So we'll have an episode. Next week's episode will be a little. It may not be as time based around things that are happening.
Correct.
We need to.
Which I think is
this happened before.
So,
this happened before.
We've gotten through it.
Doubles.
Yeah. Well, hey, well, the exciting thing is, it looks like all three of us will be able to do at least 2 shows in a row.
In a row? Don't say it. Don't say it if you don't mean it.
Yeah, buddy.
And maybe not a night.
Yeah, maybe not.
Not that I mind it. I mean,
I don't mind.
I'm tired, but like I still enjoy being here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just got home at 8:15. What did I watched Hellboy?
Which one?
The new one. I mean, I've seen the old
David Harbour one.
I don't think I've seen the new one yet.
What did you think?
People hate it, right? It did poorly. It didn't make his money back.
It did make his money back, and if I remember correctly, it didn't get marketed worth a shit, and it also was up against some monster.
I enjoyed it.
Something. Yeah, I thought it was funny. And
it was fine for what it didn't perform below expectation.
I have to watch it.
It's much more.
It's got an Asian guy in it. Maybe that's what it is.
It's much more accurate to the.
I'm gonna bring that up tonight again.
Well, I mean, we talked about it last week. I mean, I wasn't here. Y'all talked about it.
So we talked about it at length last week.
Yeah, I would listen to the show,
and I've actually had some premonitions about it since because I do think it is something in my mind that like I keep churning like butter for the Amish, and I've come to realize that it's not even race for me. It's fucking everything.
Yeah.
So
it's,
like,
it's race, gender, like green and blue, like everything.
Everything. Like I don't want, you could have a white girl put a fish suit on and play Ariel. Mm-hmm. But if she's blonde, I'm out.
Yeah. It's everything for you.
I'm out. If Luke Cage isn't bald, I'm out. Like it's everything.
But Lucas wasn't always bald.
But as far
for you,
that's what I said. To realize
subjectively,
it's completely subjective.
Yeah, you want what you want,
correct?
Regardless of what anyone else
correct. And I don't view it as a universal truth.
Right? Like
just
you don't
what
think
I want and I like.
You don't think your image is the correct one.
Yeah,
that your image is the correct one for you.
For me.
Yeah, which is great that you can like separate it. It's like, yeah, I understand that that's not the one for you, but this is the one for me.
Correct. And
I think that's the way it should be.
And I can take it to the next. So I was thinking more about it. And I had a quick conversation with someone who I'm going to remain nameless just to protect the innocent.
That's going to be a theme to this evening.
But we were talking about Black Adam last week. And I said that I'm pretty sure he's Middle Eastern. That's how I've always viewed him.
Yeah.
He is.
Okay.
He's from a place outside of Egypt.
Okay.
Kandak, KHANDAQ. So
sounds great.
So
I love the DQ.
So like, but I was having a conversation with this guy, and like, who I respect his opinion. He's a solid base, like straight shooter, et cetera, et cetera. I've never met him in person. Tried to invite him to Skullfest, couldn't make it. He was like, man, like, it's not just the Middle Eastern shit. Because it is the Middle Eastern shit for me, in part. Because I'm like, man, like, representation doesn't matter here? Mm-hmm. How many Middle Eastern superheroes do we have? It's a big deal for Marvel Girl. Why isn't it a big deal for this? I think it would be a big deal for this had it be something else. But because it's The Rock, it gets a pass, right? But, like, I want the slick back hair. I want the elfie ears. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I want all this. It's not race is part of it. Culture's part of it.
Yeah.
But it's only part of it.
You want all of it.
I want, give me everything.
And based on your criteria, Bobby, this will be a 7-film franchise that you will hate.
Probably.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Probably.
Well, and that's another epiphany I've came up with while I was listening to last week's show. I was like, not that I'm quitting.
Oh boy, here we go. Let me make a note.
What day is it? I like Nerd Rage better with other people other than me. Well, I don't listen to the episodes I'm on. I used to when we first started.
Right.
But I like to listen to Nerd Rage when it's not me and other people are here.
Well, so like I think
that's an interesting take.
Yeah. So like I think
they make better content than I do. That's what it is.
It's not better. It's spice. Like I'm looking. Nerd Rage has evolved at this point mainly due to July, to a point where I can't wait until episode 400.
Oh, because there's so many.
There's so many
different dynamics.
Yeah, and like in little things like the Alien episode, and then we're going to try to do the Predator episode. Phil hit me up and was like, hey, I'm free Sunday. I was like, listen, that's not how this is going to work. Like, I'll let you know. Like, look, I'm not one of these Instagram thoughts. You can't just be talking to me any other way. Anyway, continue.
They're content creators. You're a content creator.
Correct. That is true.
But Hellboy, I enjoyed it. All right, I don't.
Good.
I think it sucks that there won't be any more. I like his version of Hellboy. I like this world.
It was very much more had the vibe of the comic. The comic to me.
Yeah, I don't
more
know
so than and I like the other ones too.
Yeah, I like all of them. I like them.
I like
they're
them.
very Del Toro though.
Agreed.
I like them
specifically the second one.
Yeah, it's super Del Toro.
I like them separately. And I like Del Toro stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying I like it too, but it's so different from. It's definitely a Del Toro piece. You know.
Yeah.
You can probably guess who directed that. If
easily, especially the second one when they go into the underground. You know, like it's instantly recognizable as his work.
Yeah, it's not perfect, obviously. If I had to say, like, if I have to compare, I would say the old ones are better.
Okay,
but I like this. I would like to see where this is going.
What'd you think of the Baba Yaga in this one?
Oh yeah,
that's creepy as fuck.
That's great. I was thinking about John Wick, but no, they call him the Baba Yaga.
Is that the thing that took the secrets out of Rhodey book in Rogue One? Baba Yaga.
Yeah, that's
similar. But what really got me was the ending, the whole ending sequence. It just makes me want to live action Berserk because that is very Berserk, like the imagery and everything.
Yeah,
starring Scarlett Johansson.
Representation. We're talking about representation. Don't change anything, right?
And Neil Patrick Harris.
But people wanted to argue with me that she's white in the fucking anime because she fucking looks white.
And I'm gonna tell you, I take your side. Because I consider you to be a subject matter expert, but I have to be honest that I understand the opposition's point on it.
But even if you're on the opposition, you can give the benefit of that yeah, she might look a certain way, drawn a certain way, but she's probably Asian, given her name and place that she's from.
I think that her spirit thing. I don't really need to go into this again. I feel like, but
we're going to argue about this every year. Once a year, every year.
Whatever her spirit is undoubtedly Asian.
Yeah.
But she got a new body. And whether or not that new body is Asian, I think is up for debate. But to be fair, in the anime, it's never really addressed.
No.
You know,
but it's a very homogenous country.
But to be also fair,
even in the
live action film, I don't think they spend enough time on the Japanese person inside that person.
No.
So I've like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think that there's missteps. Good people, both sides.
Oh boy,
I gotta get that as a sound drop.
I was just thinking of Tennessee now every time. Thinking about driving to Tennessee. But anyway, I would have loved more Hellboy, but I guess we're not getting that.
Not that version, no.
Unfortunately. I mean, speaking of movie reviews, we did one.
We did. We saw The Great Wall via Paul C., who gave us the DVD.
Just makes me want a 40K movie.
Yes.
One of the many movies that made me want a 40K movie because the Terraners are in it. Just like in
without a doubt. It is the
even more than Starship Troopers.
Yeah, I would agree. It's the most accurate depiction of Tyranids we've ever seen.
Ever. Like even the origins and every fucking thing.
Correct. If you're a 40K fan, James G, I'm looking at you. Adam, maybe I think he listens from time to time. I'm looking at you as well. It's worth watching through the eyes of a 40K fan.
Yes, it would definitely. Yeah, definitely. And then I mean, just watch it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Just watch it.
Any of it.
It's good to look at.
What about through the eyes of a 40-year-old Russian woman?
No.
Okay. Just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
For all our 40-year-old Russian women fans,
bro. Like I always talk about you being an old man.
Yeah.
I met a version of you that could have been you.
Oh boy.
I didn't meet. I've known this guy, but he just did something just extra.
He did some Bobby shit.
See, it's not fair. It's not fair. Like because in some ways I'm on the cutting edge of shit that you guys aren't, and then in some ways you guys are on the cutting edge of shit that I'm not.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. But so he's the front end manager of my pharmacy, the one job I try to quit. But so he managed all the greeting cards and stuff, right? So he gets to pick which ones to order. He likes to order the amusing ones, of course, right? So he found a really amusing one that came in, and every customer that came in, he showed him this guy. Hey, look at this. I'm like, bro, you're doing memes, bro. He doesn't have a cell phone. Does an email. And
he doesn't understand.
He doesn't know about this guy. He wouldn't even understand the concept. I'm like, bro, this is what it looks like when people share memes, but not on the internet.
Dude, I try to tell motherfuckers. My first email was missingheroes@gmail.com. Like the first one that I had one for school prior to that.
Yeah, you never used it,
but I never used it. Like my first email was to set up my YouTube shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he asked me to print out Google Maps directions for him.
Not me.
Because he doesn't. No.
I thought you meant about like
because Chris was looking at me different.
I've been on road trips before.
Chris was looking at me worse.
Like to be fair, like I still call it MapQuest sometimes, like out loud because that's what I started with. I printed out directions from MapQuest, but I was using the internet back in fucking 1996 to do that.
But think before that. Someone wrote down something for you,
did anybody have ABC maps in their car?
I did. I know how to use a map. Those ones you buy in the gas station, you can get a county map and then the fucking coast map.
I had the Atlas in the trunk.
Motherfuckers don't understand that shit. I had ADCs of Baltimore County.
Yep. What are you calling it now?
ADC. That was the brand of the map.
Is that the like ones that if you buy them recently, they're laminated, but you can fold them up still?
No, they were like a proper book. It was like a code to use.
Oh, okay. So
on a big map, you find the quadrant, and then you go to the page of the quadrant, and you zoom in and zoom in.
And you had to be a little bit common sense to figure that shit out. Like, it wasn't a joke.
Yeah, if you can't read a clock, some of these kids can't read a clock nowadays, they can't read these maps.
Here's one on eBay.
Yeah, bro.
The greater Washington, D.C. area for $15 plus $6 in shipping.
It's probably not a single fucking road right on it anymore. That was a problem. Like, you gotta fucking update it every year.
But that's like, the net on the back of your passenger seat, that's a stack of those.
I got you.
I never got lost in the 90s.
Never.
But yeah, that was just funny to me that he probably never heard of the concept of memes.
Yeah.
But that's what he was doing.
He was memeing.
Like he was fucking memeing.
How are you how old is this person?
60. He's old in the brain.
But just
in the membrane.
I mean, what about porn? Did you ever ask him how do you watch pornography?
Dude, bro, he paid.
Oh, they call him cock tapes.
No, he has. And
Did he ever ask you to make him? Does he have a DVD player? Does he have a DVD player?
I think he used VH. I don't know what he uses, man.
He got a pallet of Betamax.
He has internet at home. I think he might have dial-up or some shit. I don't know because he's always slow. He's always talking about his computer being slow, and I'm just.
It's probably because it's a Packard Bell.
No, it's probably because it's full of fucking virus because he doesn't have any antivirus protection. I don't think he looks at porn. He looks up like baseball stats, right? But like, yeah, he's married.
I like him.
He's married.
Like
his wife has a cell phone.
Honey,
he tried to buy him a cell phone. He didn't use it. She got mad and took it back.
What happens if you need him when he's not at work? If he's not at home, tough shit?
Tough shit.
What? That's maybe a good idea.
But he was worried because he went to a business trip to Vegas. He had to fly to I don't know what was
a conference, manager's conference
show,
and boy, were his arms tired.
But he was super nervous because he was going by himself. His wife wasn't there, so he was like, "What if I get lost? What if the fucking planes are behind?" I'm like, you should have had a phone, you dumb fuck. He always says he doesn't need a phone
unless you're in the desert.
He always says he doesn't need email. He always says he doesn't need any of this shit, but he consistently do, consistently all the time do.
But I'll tell you, I was in the desert, couldn't use any of that shit.
You have the base map.
No,
you can turn on maps without location.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Like because I don't know. For Android, I had nothing.
You can.
Oh, you're talking about Signal.
You won't get a signal, but you can get a map.
Oh, okay.
Like the map is in there.
Yeah. But I couldn't call for help. That I know.
Yeah. No. But anyway, one of those things pop up that says, if this is FBI, you got to pay this money or for whatever. He paid it.
He paid a ransom.
He thought it was legit. This was several years ago, and he told me about it. I'm like,
hundreds or thousands of dollars.
Hundreds. But like that's the kind of person, and that's why pyramid schemes still work. That's why people are still calling you.
Hey, ask him if he's got 4 friends that like him.
Right. That's why people still call you for the car insurance. Because,
oh my gosh,
that's why I don't get so many Nigerian princes anymore. But I think Google don't let me see them. Yeah. But that's why they're still around because these motherfuckers
are gullible.
They're gonna die off eventually, though. They got to.
Yeah, but they'll just be new dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, you just got to
be dumb about some different shit.
Differently dumb.
You just got to find a different angle.
But yeah, I just found it interesting. But that's innate in us. That memeing is innate. It's not a creation by the internet. It just made it easier.
Right. That's what it is.
But I just found it fascinating. I was just laughing the whole day. He was just every motherfucker that came in is like, look at his greeting card.
Well, you know what was memes before memes was cutting out the Doonesbury comic book and bringing it to your cubicle at work. Oh, did you see this? That's just like gold art.
If at work also, I feel like the smart people at work, like the clever people, they read non-sequitur or whatever.
Oh yes,
they were like the ones like, oh, they're clever. They're the clever ones.
What is Dilbert? Is it Dilbert?
Yeah, like that was like a standard.
And the Far Side,
the Far Side,
Far Side calendar, the day calendar. Those were great back in the day.
But if you got the joke of the non-sequitur, you're like, oh, that's some smart shit.
Yeah. Beyond me.
Somebody tell my dad.
Not that it's not an argument. It's regarding because you had to explain the music conversation.
Yes.
I love how you preface everything you've said to Bobby tonight.
But we're
just doing this.
This is part of my job here is to argue with him.
I know. I
think it's part of both your jobs.
I get that. That is our fucking job. And it took us both like a year to be like, no, fuck you. I don't care who you are.
Fucking no. It's that we like no. Chris said on the nose that we don't see music first of all the same way as you, and we don't need to own shit.
Yes,
and to go beyond that, like I can't relate because I'm not for a side in any platform. I don't have a stake in any platform because because at heart I'm a pirate, and that's not a good thing. I'm just saying the truth is that it is what I am. If I can't find something, I will fucking obtain it. I'm not gonna pay for it,
which is fair. But my stake is in the music only, not the platform. Okay.
But for me, it's like to me, it's because I think a lot of times is that I'm not looking for things that are harder to find.
Right.
Like
You're a casual listener.
I don't even know what you're looking for. And they might be out there because, I mean, I think everything's on the internet. I think if it's been...
Well, I would fare to wager that the majority of music that is rock and roll, for the lack of a better term, right? Like pop music. Because for those that don't know, anything is fucking rock. Country is rock and roll. Fucking blues is rock and roll. Fucking hip hop is rock and roll. It's all rock and roll.
Alternative is rock and roll.
Yes. So like
that old time
R&B is rock and roll. It's all rock and roll. But like if it's not, I would go if as long as the music that you like is within the rock and roll pop music genre, you're probably going to find it A-okay.
Pirating,
yeah, or on YouTube or whatever. Like you're not a nerd about the shit.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, I think if it's been put online, even the more obscure stuff that you like, right, that I don't know about, if they have existed online, you can pirate. If you're an avid pirate, you can probably get it.
So I agree.
But it's not good for the artist. Like you want to support the artist.
Well, no. Bring out like the artist is a separate conversation for me. That's how I got derailed the first time. Yeah. It's about being the consumer.
Yeah.
It's totally consumer based. So you listen to music on YouTube. Before Prince died, his music was not available on YouTube.
Right, but I would find that's what the difference is, because the way I use the computer in general is different.
Yes, but you listen to music mainly
also
on YouTube.
Different.
And mainly on YouTube.
Yeah.
And what I was trying to say was that regardless of what platform you use, it's hard to get it. It takes a lot of work to get it all in one place.
Yes.
And that's on purpose. That's my point.
Yeah. As for services,
correct.
But if you just use your hard drive,
because they want to control what's here and there. But, like I have everything.
Yeah,
I have fucking everything. But it took an enormous amount of work and legwork on my end to get it all in one place.
Yeah, unless it's like an avid pirate from the 90s who started with Napster and LimeWire, who's just been saving all the music
somehow
on a terabyte.
But
even then,
because then you just save everything on a terabyte hard drive and you just play on a media player.
But even then, to go to a pirate place, you got to get on a laptop. You got to get it from. So like that's
it's not easy.
That's my point.
For the average,
that's just my point. Is that it's not easy.
It's not easy for. Like,
it's not a user friendly experience if you are a music nerd and you want all your shit readily available because of the way they've monopolized it. Yeah. That's all my point.
Exactly, that's true. There's and especially more difficult for people who aren't like versed in pirating. Per se.
Even if you are versed in pirating,
a lot of people just don't.
Still not easy.
It's not. I mean, you can.
I think we just view it differently.
No. If you say any song right now, I can go on Apple Music and get it.
Yeah.
If I say any song right now, you may not be able to go on your phone right now
immediately find it.
Correct.
Right.
So it takes extra. Like that's my whole point. It just takes extra work to get all the music.
Yes.
That was my whole point. And the reason why that is because the platforms are trying to keep their shit to them. They don't want it to be user friendly.
Right.
Spotify, right? Spotify is it's bipartisan. Apple people use Spotify, Droid people use Spotify. It's kind of like it's fucking Amnesty International. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying that like the perceived effort is different. Depends on how much you do something, right?
No. Because whether
saying the perceived effort.
Yeah, but
like, to me,
okay, but the objective effort is different.
Yeah. I'm just saying for example,
so like you might not think running 3 miles you might not think that's hard,
right?
But objectively, it's harder than sitting in my chair.
Yes,
that's my point.
But running 3 miles effort-wise is different for me than for you.
Yes, but it's still objectively more effort.
More than sitting on the chair.
That's my point.
That's for sure.
That's my point.
Yeah, I guess like
my point is it's harder.
It is harder
to get all the music that you want in one place, playable through one platform than it is not to. That's my point.
That's for sure.
And my point is that the reason why that is because everybody has a stake in the game.
I mean, that's with everything. But yes, that's true.
But that's all I was saying.
Yeah.
That was all my point was.
Especially for like not you per se, because you are, as much as you don't give your credit, you're pretty technologically savvy nowadays.
It's funny you say that. I think I know. It's like, imagine technology is the alphabet and I can recite ABC like a motherfucker. But the moment you start getting elemental P where shit gets tricky, elemental P, I start fucking it up.
Yeah, but you're not a lay person. There's a lot of stuff you do, but they're my friend and the manager, for him, this shit is impossible.
Yeah.
So like for him, the effort is infinite.
Right. No. He's in a different ballpark.
Yeah.
My father's more advanced.
Yeah.
because he uses an
It made me
iPad.
sad
and
listening
shit.
to you talk about your father last week, bro.
Dude, it makes me sad.
Well, Joe, how was the rest of your
The rest of it, I twitched for the first time last week when I was off.
Okay.
So I'm going to start twitching.
I didn't know that.
On my own channel since I'm off now, on Thursday mornings, maybe Friday mornings.
What are you going to do?
I just twitching Blender. I was just on.
Oh,
I was
nice.
just so people can,
nice.
you can actually see
cool.
what I'm
So
doing.
plug it. What is it? What is the? How did they find you? Like, what's the?
I don't know.
Well, when you
Find
get-
my wife.
All right, well,
find my wife
find
and
it
you
next.
find me.
Find it next
Oh,
week.
you're going to use the same channel? You heard?
No, I'm not her channel. It's my channel.
gonna start-
Like
Yeah,
I have a Twitch
yeah.
account. I have my own Twitch account that I watch stuff on. So
Yeah.
it's the same account that you broadcast from.
You know, it's funny. I was doing something digitally the other day, and I one of those times, and you guys know when you're doing something like that, it's like, fuck, I've been doing this for 4 hours. You know,
Yes.
you just get lost in it, right?
But that's good. Yeah.
And it's good because you get a lot done, but you look up, you're like, fuck, I've been sitting here for 4 hours. I was thinking, man, somebody probably would have like fucking watching me
Yes.
do this.
Yes. Also,
is twitching when you stop going live? Does it stay there or does it go
you
away?
can. It stays as a VOD.
So
Video on demand.
do you make the decision as
Yes.
the poster? Okay, cool.
You can make it so it disappears.
I was thinking about doing it for my dinners.
Yeah.
Not like just my cooking, because like we get like playlists going, like the kids
that's-
start dancing,
you
the
do-
dogs around.
Yeah, no, that's,
like,
I mean, Crystal does. I mean, you can actually do instructional cooking streams. Also, she does that. But like,
but it's almost like you could just play the playlist while you were cooking.
no.
With- you know what
I mean, usually that's like it's become that as long as you pay attention to it. It helps if you're interacting with chat. Like that's the reason why people are there. So you have to have the chat monitor and respond when people are typing.
Bobby
shit.
needs a webcam on a head mount so he can.
But that's what I was doing.
Probably
like,
what I need.
Like
Probably
someone
right.
I was streaming for 3+ hours. So people were just stayed there, like chatted with me the whole time I was doing them. So
That's
like
awesome.
it was nice for me because that's the social interaction that I thrive the most. Like I get to talk. I don't have to hear you. I can read your text,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Because I hate the fucking phone. And I interacted the whole time and blended.
There you go.
But also I know my end goal.
Okay.
My life's work, and it's for myself. So I've been playing D&D for a year and a half. Same
Okay.
campaign. I want, and it is a flax.
a flax,
It is
flex.
Flack or slack.
That's your
A
muscles.
flax.
That's,
Is that a flexing-
that's your muscles on the exterior or posterior of your ankle.
I thought it was. Are we flexing facts? Is that what you're
It's a
going to
flex.
A flex.
But no, it is because D&D groups usually dissolve
Yeah.
before that, and we actually have an ending. It's like, I think in the next 3 months we're gonna reach the end of the story.
Oh, okay.
And I like
It
everyone.
sounds like
but-
season 4 of Stranger Things.
So yeah, I want to get on Stranger Things now that you've recommended it
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah. God forbid I recommend anything, Christopher, but people would lose their fucking minds around here.
Bobby, you don't have Netflix. You don't. your opinion is getting less and less valid as the days go by.
As we get older and
That's
older.
right.
But my goal is I'm sculpting everybody, like just working here and there, or party or a group. I'm gonna import them into Unreal Engine 5.
Uh-huh.
And using pre-existing assets,
Yep.
along with my own work, create our game as a video game.
Wow.
That's awesome, dude.
But it's not gonna be good. I'm not gonna say it's like a AAA title, but just working, like my character can throw
Just
fire.
seeing it through.
Exactly.
Yeah,
seeing it through, seeing the story, like rebuilding it visually. Like I think our character, like looking pretty good so far. And I found that I was gonna do animation classes, but I find that you don't need the whole thing because there are pre-existing renders that you can take the skeleton of, put your character over it, and
that's the motion.
and
yeah.
I don't have to fucking make a new run motion.
I downloaded the Unreal Engine just to see if my computer would handle it.
How is it?
I have no idea what the fuck to
Your wife's
do.
computer can handle it.
But well, my laptop can handle it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
My new
that's
laptop.
that's my goal. I don't know how many
That's
years
awesome.
it's gonna take, but like
I
can do it.
You might end up with Unreal Engine 6. But just real quick, is there going to be a?
They just switched to 5 and 4.
Is there
They
a
just
Nerd
switched to
Rage,
5, so.
Nerd Rage DLC maybe in there?
Oh, dude.
I mean, I can't make you guys.
Billy Fawn made me a pop.
Oh shit!
Oh, nice. That's awesome.
I mean, I can probably make that guy right there. That's Skull. I don't know,
I'll send you
Jedi
some.
or whatever.
Oh, that was another Billy Fawn original.
I can sculpt. I'm pretty sure I can make that. So
that's great.
And we can
that's
have representation. Depends on how fast I get with.
Well, no, hang on. We're getting close to where we need to be. So now what we do is we make NFTs.
No, what happens is we become VTubers and we don't need faces anymore, Chris.
Hey, I'm already there.
He's one step ahead. He's the cutting edge.
Anyone can wear the mask.
Dude.
I've been telling you that for years.
V for Vendetta, bro.
That when you finally do an unmasking, you should literally have everyone unmask, and then you're in there too, but nobody knows.
Because you know the funny thing? For 5 years, I was on a Transformers-based channel with my mask off.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. And nobody knew it was me.
I guess I never knew that.
It was on.
It
was on Shattercast.
Yeah,
and it was like a sketch comedy skit, and like Skullface was in it as with the mask on, and then there was extras, and I was also there as an extra.
Oh, nice!
Wow, bro, that's deep,
dude. Find me on Reddit.
But Lord so they mercy. Can make a John Wick prequel with Keanu's face because we don't need his face. We can digitize this. We already have his digitized face in Unreal Engine 5.
Quick heads up: when I left Shattercast, I took all that shit with me. Just good. If anybody wants to check that shit, I took all that shit with me. I took it all with me. I got plenty of Shattercast shit in the stash that I haven't put out. But yeah.
But Unreal Engine 5, the Matrix demo, we already have Keanu's face. We can have us see.
Sure,
it's the perk of not needing faces, Chris. Admit it,
dude. Perk.
Stop.
30.
Hurt my heart.
But if anyone is like a fucking listening that's good at fucking Blender, any of you Chick-fil-A motherfuckers are good with Blender or Unreal 5, hit me up and teach me, please.
Chick-fil-A motherfuckers, thank you. It's the pickle. It's the pickle brine. The pickle brine's what makes it work.
It's the like formula in the background.
It's because I listened to the episode. And you were on the episode, so like it probably doesn't register the same.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, the Chick-fil-A people who...
Oh, with the sauce.
Yes.
Yeah, stingy. Dude, they're stingy,
no,
bro.
the guy who fucking... the Chick-fil-A guy who recognized him listening to our show.
Oh,
there was a listener question. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking insane,
right?
Isn't
That's
it?
what I'm talking to these Chick-fil-A motherfuckers.
I forgot already about that shit, but yeah.
That's what's the difference between being on the show and being a listener of the show.
Dude, man, if I'm ever in your town, hook me up with some extra sauce. Like if I say I want ketchup, give me 4.
They're not gonna recognize you though.
Don't give me 2.
They're not gonna know your Bobby Skullface.
Same with
your
the
mask
ranch.
off.
Dude, with the ranch, they get even more stingy.
Dude, start driving through all Chick-fil-A's with a mask on. And so what happens?
You would think all those traditional chicken family motherfuckers was in the back making that ranch all day. You know, the way they treat that shit.
They gotta make money somewhere, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, hit me up. I'm doing fine with YouTube tutorials and stuff so far, but like nothing like a mentor. I watched Predator. Did I talk about it last time I was here?
You watched what?
Prey. I watched Prey.
I think you did. You liked it, right?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I think it could have been better. It wasn't perfect, but it was a great Predator movie. But I also think the Predator... No, I think we just talked about it. I don't think I watched it because I watched it last week.
Oh, I guess then not.
I think it's great.
If you like it, you win.
My only problem is that like the Predator was not smart enough. He was too monster. He was too bestial because of all this high tech motherfucker. Like he was just like
bows and arrows were too much. They were too much.
He was like just behemothing through things. He wasn't being like a smart hunter and stalking and stuff. He was just like running into gunfire to punch people. I'm like, but that's not the Predator I know.
And you would think that they would have with all that technology, they'd have a way to like communicate back. And just be like, look, heads up. If you're ever in the area in like the 1980s, be on the lookout for mud and shit. These motherfuckers are tricky.
Yeah. Don't rely on the heat vision.
Don't take them for granted. Especially they're smart. They're gonna have guns and shit by the time y'all get here. It's gonna be fucked up for y'all.
I saw somebody posted it was wait till we find out that these predators we met so far are just the rich dentists on safari.
There's gonna be
shit.
You're gonna find cops near retirement that's gonna be able to take y'all out because
you're too old for that shit.
Yep. They're too old. So my damn scene,
bro.
That dude said, "Yeah, listen,
I'm too old for this shit."
Look, let's talk about the hairline on that first Predator. That motherfucker had a 12 head. Yeah. Like, how old are you, bro? You still got dreads? Come on,
all
man.
that experience still can't get it right.
You trying to fool?
But that goddamn Instagram reel of the fucking coked out Predator idea, I want that movie. I would go start a fucking Kickstarter. I would fucking fund that shit.
And
it's better than what we got.
As he started, I agree. As he started talking, it was like, at least there's something here.
Yes, there's a lot there.
Because my issue with Prey is that like it's a reskin.
Yes.
And a reskin isn't necessarily inherently bad, but you can only view it as good or bad based on what comes after it. And without anything after it, I am unenthused.
I think I started watching Predator movies now. Like I read Alien books a little while back. And that like I don't view it as like the Predator is the main character anymore. I'm just viewing the story of people who has to deal with the character, and the people's stories are the focus. Which is not what I really want, but if I view it that way, then the stories become different. Because
and I think that's fair. I just think that it's like
it's not ideal.
It's not ideal.
I agree with that, but like it, yeah. And lastly, I ordered the Vampire Hunter D fucking statue that just dropped.
No shit.
The pre-order.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who's making it?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's the only.
What scale?
It's 1/6, but he's on a horse with a diorama. It's like $2,100 or some shit like that.
Dude, 1/6 can get tricky. There's an Iron Studios Lois and Clark one that, or Lois
the
and
one
Superman.
that's flying?
Yeah,
I've been seeing that one.
It's fucking amazing, but it's
big.
It's the size of a quarter scale.
It is big, dude.
It's 24 inches.
A 6 scale figure on a 1/6 scale horse on a 1/6 scale diorama becomes fucking. I have no idea how big this thing is going to be when it comes in.
Yeah,
but I have a
gonna be
Logic
huge.
case, so that's fine.
Yeah,
but
and you have room. You have wiggle room.
Yes,
there's shit you can swap. There's shit.
Yeah,
you
I
can
don't buy that much stuff anymore. And I mainly it was really a present for Krista. She loves him. I like Vampire Hunter D. She loves Vampire Hunter D.
Nice.
But what I didn't get that I kind of wanted until I found out the price was the Deadpool Koto 1/6 that dropped, and they announced that it goes with a cable. It's Deadpool with more swappable arms on like a Sentinel diorama, and there's gonna be a cable on Sentinel.
Who makes it? Iron
I think it's
Studios?
Kodo.
No,
It's
Kodo,
1/6.
okay.
It's 1/6, and they look great. But the price, I'm just like, I don't want to pay that money for a 6 scale, even though it's really good and extravagant. Yeah. I'm not used to paying $1,000 for a 6 scale.
statue game is different. Like the 6 scale import statue game is basically you're looking at sideshow quarter scale prices.
Yeah, but it didn't use it even a couple of years.
I agree.
Even Kodo had a Deadpool statue that I bought a few years back.
Yeah, you're looking at $300, $400.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now that it's a big jump in price. I mean, it's great. But I guess maybe because I have enough Deadpool stuff and I'm not a completionist anymore. So I do want it. But I also think, depending on how well my computer handles Unreal, I want to buy a new computer.
Yeah. You got to have, like, if you get serious about that, you got to have some horsepower.
Yeah, because I got a little polygons.
Dude, you got to get a little Alienware, man. Come on, man.
Bro, that was the shit back in the day.
It was.
Like before Dell bought it.
Dude, let me draw these
That was
Alienware, you know what I mean? It's lingo on you, you know what I mean? Little Alienware.
I think my computer's an MS.
You guys don't know shit about PCs, bro.
It's like, say, oh man, I got that fancy ass Acura. Let's get out of here with your Toyota.
Dude.
Acura.
That's what Alienware has become. I mean, the stuff is still great, but it's just overpriced.
It is.
It's build your own, bro. It's more effort, but it's better.
Oh, I know. I see these fucking bozos.
There's a compromise.
Look at this fucking thing I just built. I'm like, I'm unfollowing you immediately.
Hey, we build our computers.
If you built your own computer, you can unfriend me right now.
Dude, like, I'm consoles only. I feel like, Joe, I quote you all the time, bro, with the you and me.
Uh-huh.
We don't like this the same.
Yes.
That's a great way to put it.
I've taken enough of our time. It's been like an hour. It's your turn.
Yes,
Holy shit, it's been an hour.
Yeah, I've just been bullshit. Because we argue about music. This is gonna be part 4. I bet you. Someone's gonna comment shit.
I've already got a note, but I'm not even gonna let you respond. I'm just gonna say my bit. I put it in my notes while you were talking. I'm like, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna transition to notes.
He's gonna wait till the next episode I'm not on.
Yeah, I would be like, look, one thing I forgot while Joe was. Anyway, continue.
So I watched a couple of things. I watched episode 2 of She-Hulk.
I watched that as well.
It's whatever.
I've not.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. Like it was over, and I'm like, This never even started.
So the CGI still sucks.
Yes.
I do think that her having to be the defendant of the abomination
That's a clever...
is interesting.
It's clever. Especially at the end where they're like, oh, spoilers, 99. That they're like showing him fighting, which was the scene from, what was that? Doctor Strange. Where was...
Oh,
who saw him fighting?
With Abomination and the guy from
Wong.
It
was in
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Yeah.
Am I mad-lipping this right now?
You're right.
You're also mad. All right, I need an adjective, a pronoun, an offensive verb.
So I said, be careful. I said, you can get us canceled. We do have a Twitter account.
They canceled after last week, so you'll be fine.
We do have a Twitter account.
Oh, we know we have a Twitter.
She-Hulk. This is my notes. She-Hulk. Taking Abomination case is interesting. We've covered that. Hulk seems like a whole new character to me.
Yeah.
He's very New York now. He's very New York, and he's very cool. He's
he was that in Endgame, wasn't he?
He's like, it's the She-Hulk, attorney at law.
No, I wasn't quite that.
I said he doesn't seem like a science geek anymore, and I'm not sure I like that.
I thought he was very hipsterish.
I think it's because he's so comfortable with his cousin that it's.
I mean, you can, you and I can both explain it a million different ways, but I do feel like it's not the character that I knew from Avengers. Now, it's something different.
Here's something we haven't.
I'm not sure I like it.
Here's something we haven't talked about.
People grow and change, and I may not like who they grow and change into.
Yes. Speaking of,
that's happened.
Yeah.
Speaking of growing and changing, Emil Blonsky probably wouldn't recognize Bruce Banner, would he?
No.
Did you see the little nod to that in there?
I did.
That was clever as fuck.
It was, and I like.
But who the fuck is she talking to? Doesn't even make sense. Kelly was just sitting there with me while I was watching it. She didn't see the first episode. She's like, "Who the fuck is she talking to?" I was like, "I don't know. We don't know," because she doesn't do it all the time. And it would almost be better if like she was talking over his shoulder like you were there the whole time,
dude. And
but
I know
it just doesn't fucking work.
I don't like it.
I know.
I didn't watch it, and I don't like it.
I don't like it either. And people have written in about how it's a standard of the comic.
Doesn't mean I have to like it.
Exactly.
But it's not well done right now.
It's not well done either. And the thing is like you need to explain this shit, because if she knows that she's in a universe where she's being watched, I need to know how she knows that, or it's dumb.
Yes. Yep. Yes. Like when you said a few episode ago that you were guessing maybe it's going to be like a reality show that she's talking to a camera, that makes perfect sense.
Been cool.
That'd been great. Someone who's following a superhero around.
And they could have checked two birds in one stone.
Exactly.
Yeah, make it like
homage it and then do
an office style talking head thing.
But they got a team of fucking idiots running Marvel right now, and they don't give a fuck.
Well, the Hulk's on his way to start.
I mean, like they might give a fuck in the fact that they're trying to make it accurate. So like I kind of get it, but just because something's accurate isn't great. Things don't have to be that way.
The clever shit is to take what's accurate and make it make sense.
So they also have taken the Hulk out of the show because he put him on a spaceship back to whatchamacallit, your favorite Thor movie.
And with that, like remember, without the Matrix, there is no hope, no hope, no hope, no hope at all. Without the Hulk, there is no hope, no hope, no hope for good CGI at all.
It's possible. It's possible.
I don't know how they're going to do World War Hulk. Like the whole thing was that they fucking. They
can't.
The ship has sailed. They fucked it up.
They can't do it under these confines. To do World War Hulk, you have to send the people have to send him off with the intention of fucking him off.
No, they didn't. They intend. No, he got fucked over because the ship fucking missailed. They were sending him to a planet where he can be peaceful and hang out by himself, which is what he wanted.
Yes. No, I'm sorry. I don't mean that they meant him ill will, but they were making an obvious attempt to get him the fuck off Earth. And without that, it's meaninless. Like, that's an important part of it because that's the betrayal that he feels as a result of all of it. Like, that's important to who he is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that and he didn't he got sent to the Gladiator planet. He thought they sent him there on purpose, where that wasn't the case, but still, it was still fucked up.
Yeah, because in this shit, he's on a mission.
Yeah, that's not the same.
It's not the same.
I mean, they're going to tell some story back on that world, and I don't know. And it also gets him off it's one less actor you have to pay in that less CGI bill, right? If he's done.
Well, Hulk would have been.
And whatever happens with Abomination, I don't know.
I never cared much about the Hulk. I'm not a dislike him,
but that's one of the great ones.
That was a great story with
World War Hulk
his wife, and then Scar, his kid, and playing out
in a good origin story.
And that's it. And the Joe Fixit stories were good. When he first was the Grey Hulk, and just
Yeah. I still wouldn't be mad at seeing some different color Hulks come in and out.
Sam Keith did a pretty decent run.
Dude, Sam Keith, that dude doesn't get enough credit.
He doesn't.
But I'll say that for another day.
His style is so fucking wild.
Deadpool used Hulk blood to fix himself once.
Dude, the Max is a brilliant story.
The Max?
Yeah.
It's
XX.
It's
with
fucking,
purple and gold.
It's fucking brilliant, and I want to read it under a different mindset.
What about the Pit, though?
So we can talk about that another day.
Yeah, we definitely could talk about
because it's definitely a Hulk knockoff. It doesn't mean it's bad.
I didn't say it's bad.
I didn't say you said it was bad. I'm talking to the people. I'm talking to the people on this.
Pepperidge Farm remembers the Pit for a reason.
the people. So, Stranger Things.
Stranger.
I have one more episode to be done. And this is 9 fucking movies. It's not 9 episodes. Every episode is at least an hour 20. The finale is 2:20. 2 hours and 20 minutes for an episode, quote unquote. And I don't know why they just didn't cut these down to 45s and make 2 seasons. I guess they just wanted to tell this story.
Yeah.
I mean, the story is it's so fucking.
I mean, if it was stretched out, did it feel stretched out?
No, it doesn't really feel. I mean, there's some we're driving in the car having these deep conversation stuff. Which
But it's
is
character development.
It's character. Yeah, I can't say any of it's just been burners.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
They're
Like, it's
progressing the
good that they're have a division, and regardless of the time limit, they're committing to that vision without sacrificing it.
He's a culture appropriating.
Talent.
He's culture. He's
You
been
know
hanging
why?
out with me too much, and he's
You know
culture
what? I
appropriating.
haven't had pizza in a minute. I've been thinking about pizza. Like, Litos
it
is
is.
fine, man. I can eat Litos.
We gotta have another Nerd Rage pizza night.
We have Litos?
I said pizza,
Hey,
not
look,
Taliban squares.
First of all,
This
I thought that was a
motherfucker.
rumor. I thought that was a rumor. I mean, I love Litos wings, and I like their subs.
I didn't say wings.
The pizza is fine.
No, it's not fine.
Man, have you had Sbarro's though?
You told me you would never forget. You're acting like you forgot right now.
I don't. Sbarro's ain't that much better than fucking Litos, bro.
So I agree with you. It's not that much better.
They're
It's just a little bit better.
They're differently the same.
Whenever I'm in New York, Chris, I like to get a slice from my favorite spot.
When I worked in the mall, I got Sbarro's all the time.
Me too. I used to eat the fuck out of
That shit is trash.
They made like
It doesn't say
edible.
it. It doesn't say it, but it was hot and ready.
Yeah, and they had like a little
Dude, somebody-
calzone thing. I used to get there like when I worked in Foot Locker. I go up there. And
Somebody came into my presence recently with some cheese bread from Caesar's.
Yeah, did you fuck it up? That's crazy.
It was
Bobby, it's crazy.
It was crazy, but they weren't trying to share. But I'd be damned if I didn't want a piece,
Bro, I'm
The
telling
Litos
you.
pizza is better than Little Caesars.
I could smell the garden style
Little-
apartment. I could smell the garden style apartment from where I was sitting.
I'm telling you.
Dude, Little Caesars pizza is not good. It's barely better than Cece's, and Cece's is the worst.
Bro.
No, Litos is the worst.
No, Litos is better than fucking
Cece's
Little
is
Caesars.
garbage,
We're
but-
gonna
but-
fucking buy a bunch of pizzas and we're gonna have a fucking taste off. Blind taste test.
If you ever threaten me with a good time again,
What's gonna be Litos is gonna be there though.
I'm gonna just take
It's gonna
all
be
my
Litos,
yeah,
Sbarro's,
yeah, and I will
Cece's,
eat the Litos and then I will
and
throw up,
Domino's,
and then I will
Father Jonathan's.
and then I will show you my tattoo of the Twin Towers, and then I will.
God damn.
We're gonna have to cut it in a way so you
Yeah, we're
can't
gonna have to
tell
cut
us
all the pizza into
all of them into
squares.
squares.
This will be all square pizza.
Continue, Chris.
Okay, so
Friday night, we're gonna do this one Friday night.
Don't threaten me.
So I'm waiting to watch that final episode of Stranger Things. I think me and Charlie have been watching it together. So we'll probably try to knock that out maybe tomorrow afternoon. My voice is shot, if you can't tell.
I can tell. I wonder why.
I wonder why. Do you think maybe it's because I went to BotCon in Nashville, Tennessee?
I was just there.
And boy, are my arms tired, but I didn't fly.
Do you go to Buc-ee's?
Joe, it's a thunder thief. Also a reminder, I finally got to go to Buc-ee's. So me and I'll start out with KJ Sparkles, my wife, and Mr. Brian Brink loaded up the Volkswagen.
Fantastic people to take a road trip with. If I do say so myself,
I will say it was one of probably the best road trips I've ever taken. It was a lot of
That's
fun.
good company.
It is. We got going a little later than I wanted to, but fine. We got on the road about 3:00 on Wednesday. We drove about halfway to, I would think it'd be Wiseville, Virginia, but shout out to Joe S. It's actually Withville. So Joe S., a frequent contributor.
Yes, I know Joe S.
Got to hang out with him some this weekend. That was
Good
great
dude.
seeing him. Great dude, dude. I got to see him and his brother. End of sentence. So
Okay,
good for him.
Good for him.
If you remember, he called in with that. So road trip was great. We took pictures of silly stuff. There was somewhere, Phil, not terribly far, somewhere between here and Withville, Virginia. There's a place that has 150 life-size dinosaurs because we took a picture.
I've seen it.
Have you been there?
I've seen it.
Have you seen the sign, or you've been there?
I think I've actually been.
Holy
I
shit.
think my dad stopped one year because I went because I'm actually a low-key dinosaur freak, and I think
I'm a
freak in the morning, freak in the evening.
I'm not on Phil's level. But
You're
every
on
now
the saucer's level.
But every now and then I drop some shit and feels like I can see it in Phil's eyes, like, oh, you're not a layman.
Game recognized game.
Correct. And I've been there. A lot of the old school dinosaurs are like still standing. You know what I mean? Where the T-Rex still standing straight up.
Yeah, like Barney.
Yeah.
Like Grimlock.
Yep.
Before we knew they all had feathers, right? So we saw that, and then we saw a sign for "Come pet a kangaroo." It's like somebody has kangaroos.
Take this left, please.
Please, the kangaroo.
I don't know, man. I don't want to fuck with those things. Have you seen Jack there?
Yeah, but don't you want to fight it?
No.
See,
people have died.
See, that's how you and I are different.
They will cut your femoral artery with their toes.
In my head, I'm like this is
Bobby's gonna die
because is if I win. So here's the thing: if I lose, I come back and I'm like, look, I fought a kangaroo. And I lost.
Come back.
If I fought a kangaroo and I lost, and everybody be like, oh, well, it's a kangaroo. They're jacked. They kill people, whatever. If I win,
why don't you go wrestle a bear then?
Where's the next?
My God.
That's why he's not going to go past 40. Correct. Like, if everyone is going to buy, like, fucking convertibles for him, but, like, prices, he's going to find a fucking some wild animal to fucking...
Ask the kangaroo,
wrestle.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, I'm sure he'd be like, this motherfucker. So we stopped for the night, and we went to, Joe, you'll never guess where we ate.
Where?
Waffle House. In Virginia.
I haven't been in a minute.
You start any trouble in there?
No, we didn't. But I still think.
What's the point of going? Really?
Hey, listen, I still think a Waffle House at 3 a.m. is a great background for a fighting game.
I love it.
Like, there should be it
definitely should be a Street Fighter or something.
Agreed.
Yeah. So, fuck that up. I don't know, Brian. I don't know that he.
Last time I went to Waffle House was with you.
Oh, holy shit.
That was a long time
been
ago.
A dozen times.
I haven't been to Waffle House since I was a kid.
Bro, it's so
But y'all don't
good.
invite me, so it's like, what's what?
Well, you listen, what do you, let me get,
you ain't gonna fucking, well, first
you don't
of all.
you don't even know how to call out your hash browns, do you?
Oh, I see. It's a lot of judgment. You know what I mean? It's a lot of judgment.
Scattered, covered, smothered, and chunk, Dyson, cap, bitch.
You know what I mean?
But when do you have time?
You know what I'm. You know what I'm recognizing.
In your 9 videos a day.
You know what I'm recognizing.
You're gonna come have Waffle House with us.
You know what I'm recognizing, Joe? I'm recognizing a lot of judgment. I'm not recognizing a whole lot of invites.
This guy. So of course there's a Walmart in this little town, and I have to go check it out. And actually, I found something that Phil was looking for. It is this Parallax figure.
Oh yeah,
gold label.
That's Green Lantern when he was in kind of like
stop. Nobody cares.
Possessed.
Okay, great.
By Parallax, which is like the essence of the Yellow Lantern, like the essence of fear.
Hold on, let me see. It's in one ear and out the other. Okay, we're
It's
good.
the best boy grip, bro.
Did I do this nerd shit?
It's a key grip.
Thank you, Bobby.
It's a key grip, bro. You know the key grip, bro?
So I said, this guy, I'm getting it for you. And Phil says, wow, yeah, how much is it? What do I owe you? We'll get to that in a minute. I said, I don't know. I'm in Bumblefuck, Virginia on the way to Nashville. And listen,
U.S. currency is not the same.
Phil's text, you can read it just like Phil. Wow, okay, are you driving? And I said, no, Phil. A plane landed in Bumblefuck, Virginia. There's a Walmart at the airport for the layover. Yes, we drove. And he talks about how much it's this, that. I was like, Phil, don't sweat money with me. It's all good. We'll catch each other later. And dude, man, you're the best.
He got me the 40K shit. He wouldn't take my money also.
That's right.
From the flea market.
Whatever, it's fine. Circle of debt. Right?
Okay.
If you feel like you owe me something, you'll hang around longer. Sorry, it sounds like something somebody else would say. So we listened to a ton of music. Unfortunately, we didn't listen to the Chronic.
But the reason for that.
But it was. We're not.
I have it on my phone, but I did the work. I did the work.
Listen, I probably could have listened to it if I wasn't driving and
or if you did the work. But it's a lot of work, and I recognize how someone wouldn't do it because it's a lot of work, and I don't think most normal people would do it. I think it would be silly. I really do.
You sound like the proto molecule dude. Got to do the work. Got to get the work done. So the road trip musically,
yes, a lot of West Coast rap, I imagine.
Well, we played a lot of a lot of '90s music. Period, because we all grew up, and it was fun just listening to that.
Do you listen to Country Roll?
What?
Do you listen to West Virginia? Going by West Virginia?
Country Roads.
Take Me Home.
Yeah, we listened to
the place.
I actually bought.
I belong.
West Virginia. Hey, listen.
Asian people love karaoke.
I will also say. I'm going to speed a little bit because it all ties together. On the way back, we went a different route. And we went through Kentucky.
Yes, the other way. We chose not to go that way.
Into West Virginia, and then back through Maryland, all the way up in the tippy tip of Maryland through
the barrel. The part we don't talk
through the barrel.
Through the barrel.
Yeah, we don't talk about that part. Maryland.
And going in,
that's just the West Virginia annex.
We also, yeah, you're not wrong. We also went through. We stayed in another small town in West Virginia, and checked in the hotel. The lady talked about like this.
Yeah,
she was training.
We talking about Super 8 with lady talkers like that too.
She was training some other young man, and she's like, "It's his first day, but he'll do all right. I'm pretty good at my job."
Put her Winston out right in front of him.
That's what it was. No. And we went to another Walmart in West Virginia. People are as crazy about West Virginia as Maryland people are about Maryland. That's true. West Virginia. They had 4 different kinds of West Virginia like slides.
There's a reason for that though.
It's because they don't have to wear shoes there.
Well, and also because they're wild and wonderful.
Oh, that is true.
Wow, wonderful.
I also learned by going to a Sheetz. And then going to Walmart, I learned about it's called a pepperoni roll.
Oh,
basically like a bread thing, and it was something to do with coal miners because they like make them, and it's the whole meal is like in the bread. You don't have to worry about it.
Great.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Buc-ee's though?
Okay, so we went
it's
to Buc-ee's.
World.
We went to Buc-ee's on the way there. So we drove halfway down Wednesday. Thursday we stopped at. But let me get back on track here. We stopped at Buc-ee's. It was crazy. We got so much food and probably made ourselves miserable. And we
got some nuts.
We got
some nuggets too.
We got some nugs, and Ricky brought me some nugs too. He had stopped. He stopped at a Buc-ee's.
The fresh roasted nuts are great.
Kelly got some. It's like it's a pecan, but it's got like a honey coating.
Yeah,
on
candy
it.
shelled.
Oh my god!
You usually get them at D's Nuts in the mall.
D's Nuts
in the kiosk. You don't remember
that's
those?
on the Chronic.
It is. Thanks.
I'll tell you what, that's no joke for my podding skills.
Hey, listen. This is a conversation. Me and Brian had because he's like, you remember when they used to put a song on there that was like there was like a 30-minute skip and then they'd put a song. Do you remember when they used to do that?
They used to have secret tracks.
Which one?
Okay, what's the name of the song? The hidden track that's on the Chronic.
So I don't know.
Bitches ain't shit
but hoes and tricks.
That's a hidden
Lick
track.
on these nuts and suck the
Yep.
Get the fuck out before you're done. Yeah. No, I know the song.
Yeah, but
there was a bunch of them on there.
Yeah,
that had a huge intro.
But that one was like a hidden track because it's not listed. Yeah. What do you say? It's my little cousin Daz and he's fucking my hoe. Oh, I uncock my shit. I'm heartbroken, but I'm still low, man. Fuck the bitch.
Yeah, I know. And I'm not a big West Coast guy.
But that's just, yeah.
But I did listen to that shit out there. It felt good.
Anyways, we just, we all grew up in the 90s. We had, this song made me think of this. It was great to just, ride around, listen to music. And
anytime you listen to West Coast music, you get a good mood.
Wasn't it? We talked a lot. We
every now and then Chris will just look at me and be like, dude, today was a good day.
It was a good day. Dude, that came on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Day. It was a 9. Look, I'll show you the playlist. It's like a all 90s. So they played fucking Gin Blossoms, Toe the Wet Sprocket, Ice Cube, NWA. It was just a really comprehensive list. So it was really cool to talk about songs like a story about Toad the Wet Sprocket.
I got Toad the Wet Sprocket stories.
Oh gosh,
only because I was like I was young and in a different life, and somebody told me who they were, and I was like. You listen to what? But then years later, I look back on. I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. But at the time, I'm like, man, you listen to some toads that are on some.
Hey! There you go. So we got to Nashville. We got to the Embassy Suites, and we had been talking to some of the other guys who were there, like, hey, you have a cart ready for us. We got all this stuff.
Yeah, sure.
And Brian and I, we ended up taking. right at 20 of the rock boxes, because that's what we had to hand out. By the way, you guys both got a rock box. Make some noise for the rock box. Right? We'll get to that. And we cleverly decided, all right, we're going to pallet wrap these in like stacks of 6, and that was a lifesaver, because that way it's just like there's these great big things to move instead of all these little boxes of people dropping them, and they didn't move around the car and anything. And then we had 3 cases of the custom figure we had made, and I spent way too long like putting black plastic around it and wrapping it up so you couldn't tell what it was, because the boxes say exactly what it is on it. So get there, we get unloaded. It's a surprise. I didn't know that Energon Addict Dave was going to be able to make it, so he was there. And that's a solid ass dude. Yeah, it was nice to see him. I was surprised. I was kind of pissed at first. I'm like, dude, because he had just told me he wasn't coming. I'm like, I can't be mad at this guy. He's here. So we got unloaded and just caught our breath for a little bit. I don't remember. Did we go? I don't remember if we went to Broadway that night. So Broadway, when I say Broadway, it's the strip where all the bars are, honky tonks and stuff. It's the big tourist trap area.
I can't say that. That's not my word.
Honky tonk. Say it.
I'm sorry.
You can say it.
Big old chunky cracker.
Wow. What about honky tonk badonkadonk? Can you say that?
So I've heard that record.
Keeping perfect rhythm.
I gotta be honest with you. It didn't do much for me.
Got it going on like Donkey Kong?
No, now so here's a
say ooey.
I can
shut my mouth.
So here's a country song that I can recite.
There we go.
Because I heard it. I don't like it.
Okay. Oh boy.
But I know it.
Okay.
Are you ready? Let's do it. I think it's fun.
I'm ready. Can we play the
Yeah. All right. So way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, never knew how much the country water meant to me. But I learned how to swim, and I learned who I was. A lot about little and a little about drugs, or something like that.
You got the you got the melody right. I'll give you that.
Shouldn't have been trying to drink coffee.
I'd say maybe 60% of the words were right, but you got the melody down.
I think you got a vibe down too.
Yeah, you definitely did. And I'll be honest, like they had, I remember what we did. We did go to Broadway and it was hot as fuck, and we walked around for a bit and we came back. And so one cool thing about this hotel is they have a manager's reception and they give out drink tickets. And then for some reason we each got 3, and Kelly wasn't interested in drinking that night. So I had 6 drink tickets.
Nice.
And I mean, they weren't making fancy drinks, but it was like a single liquor and a mixer basically. So I did accidentally drink Pepsi. And after the 3rd one, I just continued to drink Pepsi.
Let me cut you off. Are you familiar with the Orange Crush? Alcoholic beverage?
What?
No.
Okay. So
this sounds familiar.
I am familiar with an Orange Crush. I had a tremendous Orange Crush the day that I was on the boat. And I went down south and I was feeling saucy. And I was like, man, let me not do the wine. Let me do an Orange Crush. And they were like, we just have Coke products.
Because the Orange Crush is a soda.
And I was like, no, it's an alcoholic drink. And they're like, oh, okay, we'll see if we have that. And they brought it out and I drank it, but it was trash. Turns out, Orange Crush is a Maryland thing. And I'm so Maryland that I didn't even fucking know it. I thought that shit was everywhere. I'm asking for it in fucking South Carolina. They have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. They're trying to serve me a Pepsi.
Like a Fanta?
Anyway, continue.
Well, I got to figure out what this is now. So it's orange. I just put an Orange Crush
Maryland. Orange Crush Maryland.
That's what I was going to do. Yeah, Orange Crush Maryland. And it is... All right, what are y'all doing up here?
What do you mean? You live here, motherfucker.
Listen.
While you're doing that, while you're figuring it out, I'm going to make one quick phone call.
Oh, boy.
Live on the show. A dear friend of mine that we all know had a surgery today. I'm going to check in with him. Chris Mall.
Hey, Bobby.
Chris.
Yo.
Howdy.
You're live on Nerve Rage, sir.
What's up, buddy?
Howdy, Chris.
Hello,
Nerd Rage.
How's your fucking health?
Doing great.
Love to hear it.
Just laid in the bed. Yes, sir.
All right. I just wanted to check in. You're
Healthy
live
as a horse and hung like one, too.
That's what I'm talking about.
My man.
Shout out to the Magic Man. Anybody that's on Patreon knows what that's about. Chris, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Just wanted to check in with you, make sure that you were good. I know you were going through something today. Glad to hear that it went well.
Yes, it went great. Surgery went great. Now it's just 2 weeks of laying in a bed.
Awesome. I'll see you at the Halloween party.
Yes, sir.
My man.
Love y'all. Love you, Chris. Love you, Joe.
Love you, Chris.
All right, man.
Take care, man.
All right, continue.
Awesome, great filler there. So to fill the time where I've pulled this out. So this is this is one website. Who knows what the difference? So it's a 1 navel orange, freshly juiced, 2 ounces of vodka, 1 ounce of Grand Marnier, or another orange liqueur, 2 to 4 ounces of lemon lime soda, like Sprite or 7-Up, but it doesn't have to be that. An orange wedge and a sprig of mint. Does that sound right up here about your?
Yeah, but I'll tell you, a big part of it has to do with the ice cubes in it.
Okay,
You got to have like the little squares.
you got to have
know
the
what I mean?
little
Like,
ice.
You know?
Oh, that good ice. Sonic's got that good ice. I like the good ice. So I tied it on, and we all did. We were outside this bar. One thing about Nashville is there's always going to be live music, and it ain't always going to be great. And if I'm going to a venue that I know is a live music venue, cool. That's fine.
Right.
But if I'm at a bar with my buddies and it's at a fucking hotel, I don't need Jambalaya Jim and his cousin playing, country's modern hits over here. No, he probably think that was too country. No, it was fine, but it was just loud as fuck. So I just kind of made the command. I was like, I'm going out. Because there was hardly anybody. And listen, the twang is stuck in my craw. My wife was fucking crazy this weekend with her accent coming out.
Your wife is crazy anyway.
She is, and you're going to know about it in a minute. So it had been plotted and decided, and this is going to be an anonymity past my wife and I, because I'm not putting anybody else's business out there. I don't know who else is listening to this, who has people that listen to this that don't need to hear about this. But we went to the strip club in Nashville. None of that, luckily. No shooting, the second part. And just to lay of the land here, there's several of these gentlemen's clubs in the Nashville metro area. I double checked with a friend who is much more familiar with the area, and he said you should go to this particular one. Don't go to that one; it's a little stabby.
Oh, that's where I'm immediately.
Yeah, I know. That's the one you want to go
exactly
to. That's the one you go to. So,
what's the vibes in here?
Yeah,
It's not stabby enough.
not stabby enough. So,
Oh, you're on your UK shit. Okay.
all right. So a couple things about these establishments, and I don't know if it's Tennessee as a whole or if it's just Davidson County where Nashville is. It's BYOB.
Oh, like McDougal's.
You have to bring your own, and it's fully nude, 6 feet away.
Nice.
And the dances are clothed. I mean, with their whatever they wear when they walk up on stage. You don't.
Oh, really?
You don't get a fully nude dance.
Shout out to Maryland.
Yeah, shout out to South Carolina too.
No, shout out to Alabama. But anyway, so we get there. This group of people who shall remain anonymous, past my wife and I, and
Protect the innocent.
Yeah, protect the innocent
And protect the guilty.
Right. First thing I experienced, and I'll be honest with you, I have not been in a gentleman's club in quite a while.
Yeah, it's been.
And I'm not going to count the ones we went to with you in Baltimore, because that's something else.
It's not a gentleman's club.
That's not.
I'm not sure if I've ever been in a gentleman's club.
Well, you know what I mean. I don't know. I've been in one where they had a bathroom attendant. Does that make it a gentleman's club?
For sure.
Okay.
I've only been in like a Cesarean scar club.
There you go. Okay. So there's some nice girls with some meat on their bones, and then there's some girls that they might have been just trying to make enough money to go around the corner with. I'm not sure, because
Where's the meth at?
Yeah, rock like
The Method Man.
Yeah. So some of us exactly. The meth man. Some of us start getting familiar with some of the employees there, and my wife and I enjoy some private time with a couple of them.
Oh, dude!
And I have to tell this story. There was one girl. She had the schoolgirl outfit, the glasses, and everything. She gets up, and these girls they're
Old Faithful.
they're getting fully nude, which. Hey, shout out to them for having the balls to do it, right? Mm-hmm. So this girl's up here and she does her whole thing, and I don't remember the exact scenario, but I believe she has doing the splits in the pole, spins around and drops down, and she's got like a butt plug with a giant gem in it.
Hell yeah.
And
I'm
it was like the glass broken Stone Cold come out. That crowd lost their fucking mind for that. So I'm like, okay, we got did some closer inspection here. So my wife gets some private time with her, and then I'm right behind her.
Make some noise for KJ Sparkles, goddammit.
This is an approved story. I said, "You sure?" She's like, "Yeah." So, actually, every dance we both got a dance from, I think, 3 different girls. But
flex.
So this one, she's she's doing her work. I'm sitting there. She's doing her work, and I have on a belt, and I keep feeling
it's the AEW one.
It's bro. Could you imagine?
I can't imagine.
Can you imagine if somebody walked up in there wearing a fucking wrestling title belt and was getting dances and not taking it off?
That should be gangster.
So I've just got on a belt to hold my britches up, and I'm feeling this tugging, and then I hear this metal clank, and her butt plug is catching my belt buckle.
Hell yeah!
It is.
Hell yeah!
Making this clanking.
Oh man!
And I just start kind of laughing.
Clickety clank. The
money goes into her piggy
bank.
And then they've got this. Like I said, I hadn't been in one of these places in a while, but like there wasn't any security that I saw. There was the DJ who was super chill and actually played wrestling music in his breaks, which was me and a couple of people were like, "Is that?" Yeah, it is. And then they had this attendant, and I say that because it was this person,
handler,
still not sure what gender they are, with like a black slacks, a white button up, and a maroon vest, like they were punching tickets at the fucking movie theater.
Like
and I don't know if they dress like that, but they had a squeegee, and they're squeegeeing bucks up and stuff, But that's it. There was no security. I'm like, if this got fucking out of hand, I don't know what would happen because there's nobody here to, there's no goons by the doors.
I guess
it's not the Baltimore experience.
No, it's definitely not.
Maybe they all just in offices waiting to fucking just rush out.
They also would only give you 60 ones at a time, and they charge 10% on it. Yeah, just to cash out ones.
I'm not mad at them. I get it.
Yeah, no, I get it too. But it's like the first time I've ever seen. Oh, that's good because people are going to pay it.
Yeah, for sure.
There's no way they're not going to pay it. I will say, I'm not going to say who said it. We were sitting there enjoying a performance.
The names have been changed to protect the guilty.
That have been. I could say
that's going to be the title.
Yeah, names have been changed to protect the innocent,
the guilty.
So this young lady was in a very contorted position, and someone leans over to me and says, "I wonder if she stands up and she wipes her ass." And I just fucking lost it. That was so good. So that was a great night. And the next day was Friday. The show actually started Friday. I knew I'd be super busy with everything else for our event Friday night, and I didn't get a chance to go in the show that day. We did some running around last minute stuff. We ID'd where our room was. Jeremy B and a couple other people that were going in. I'm like, hey, here's cards. Let's tell people about our mixer. So at 7:30 we did the plan was to do basically your admission to the 7:30 was you bought a rock box. The pay to play event, right? And then at 9 I just called it a mixer. I'm like, whoever wants to come in, that's fine. I had other intentions. I just didn't describe them to everybody yet. So the room was set for 6. We had it from 6 to 11. So I'm like, all right, it means we're gonna have an hour and a half to get everything set up. So I went down there about 4:30 and noticed it was already set up. There was nobody in there. I'm like, nobody's gonna give a shit. So we actually started setting up at 5. Got all of our banners set up. Shout out to Dom. Dom did balloons. He had one job.
I saw the colors were all appropriate for
he did a great job. Dom killed it on the balloons.
But it worked.
It worked good. And you got the bartender set up. We got the snack mix, which was $63 a pound. We got 2 pounds of snack mix. It was $63 a pound after fees, tips, title, dealer prep. Well, listen.
What?
Okay. I didn't go into full detail on this on ETR. I was told this room was going to be $500. Mm-hmm. Great. We'll do that. Then I'm told that it's going to be $500 plus the bartender is $150.
Okay,
I'm still okay with that. Then I get the invoice that shows the 26% this fee, 19% this fee. It
multiple percentages.
It ends up basically being $1,000 after all said and done.
Hidden fees, bro.
Yeah. what the hell?
Yeah.
Anyways, we got our people in there. We got a webcam set up. So Dust didn't get it couldn't be there, and Chan and JD, with everything she had going on, it didn't make sense for them to come. And then a lot of our other Realm brothers and sisters that participate, we had them right there. It was streaming the whole time. People walking by and talking to them and everything. We bought everybody a first round of drinks at the bar. We had a couple voice actors that popped in.
Did Welker pop in?
Welker did not pop in, but I have a note about Welker. We had.
I saw an old dude in there.
What's the voice? The guy who does.
It's probably shitty on my part.
Let me pull up their name so I don't get this wrong.
I'm terrible. I'm doing my best, Joe. I saw an old white dude. I was like, that's probably Frank Wilker's hanging out.
Yeah, that's who it was. It was.
I still function.
Fuck.
So I'll tell you the two people we had. The first one was Michael I don't know how to say his name.
McConaughey?
Well, it's close.
Matthew?
Michael's
his brother. He's trash.
I think it's Michael McConaughey.
What did he do?
He did. What would be interested to this party is he did Cosmos and Tracks. And he actually, I looked him up, and he does a ton of anime shit too.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and then the best I can tell, it's his wife. Her name is Melody Spivak. She did.
Different last name on Facebook.
Trying to see what she did a lot. She did some Robotech stuff.
Fuck her.
She was Torpedo Girl and Bobo.
Yeah, no, it's Bobo.
Okay,
No, it's not. That's not a real thing.
Yeah, it's Bobo.
She's a
Bobo.
Joe, get out.
She's also a professional stunt woman who was in The Mask and the Princess Diaries as a reference. So they come in. It's a little bit time wise. Everything gets kind of mixed up, but I give them both one of our stretchy bananas. Everyone who came in the early party got a Delaware banana.
I play with your stretchy banana every day, bro.
So is my wife. Wow. I will tell you, stretchy bananas were very, very good to get people's attention. They're not looking at you. For example,
we're just butting out.
Let me finish this part and we'll go to another part. So, we and shout out to Eric B. Love the guy to death. He gets to the party at a decent time, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Hey, I gotta go." I'm like, "What?" And we're like, so I had said, "All right, get here at 7:30. Everyone be here by 8 because that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the big, reveal."
Right.
Historically, the rock party has been you come in, you get your box, you get the fuck out, right? Because we don't have but we had this was 1,400 square feet. It was huge. It was a beautiful spot. It had 20-foot, 30-foot ceilings, whatever. Anyways. So Eric runs out and I'm calling him. I'm like, "Bro, where are you?" He's like, they screwed up our DoorDash. I'm trying to make sure the girls and my wife get fed. I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm like, "All right." I call him back at like 8 o'clock. I'm like, "Bro, where you at?" He's like, I'm hustling, man. I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm sorry. I'll go ahead. I'm like, "Fuck. All right. That's fine." Because it was pretty cool. Everybody who said they were coming to pick up their shit actually was there. Had a couple people that through miscommunication maybe, or maybe I don't know, they checked the wrong box. Theirs got shipped to their house, but it was still cool they could be there for the party. So I say a little piece, and if you want to watch it, go to the Realm Collectors channel Facebook group, because I think 4 people uploaded it. I say a little piece, and then like, all right, let's get into these. We pass out everybody's boxes, and we do 3, 2, 1, go. And I think after I had said go, I see Eric running in with his he's got on this bright orange Adidas shirt. I said,
I saw it.
"Come here!" And I had his box on the table, and I dumped. I pulled it out and laid it out for him. I'm like, "Go!" And man, I don't know if you can bottle that emotion those people displayed over the next 5 minutes of just.
Yeah, when they realized exactly what it was, that was a beautiful thing.
It was great, man. It was funny because like half the room figured it out first, and then the other half is like, "What's going on?" Oh shit! I mean, Justin Lynette, he told me he was almost in tears.
Yeah,
it's
special.
Everybody was so happy with what we did, and I haven't really said. I was going to say you got him up here with his guitar, so we did the custom fucking figure. I mean, we fucking did it. That was a stressful process, guys. That was fucking stressful. If you want to know, excuse me, guys, I'm going to try to get through this. If you want to know the whole story on Enter the Realm Monday night, we did like a 3-hour show that was basically half it was just about building all that stuff out. But We wanted them on the 15th of July. That was the date I said I wanted them landed. They showed up the 15th of August, 2 weeks before the show. So we got them out. They're being dispersed through all the, I knew there was no way to make it where everybody got to see it all at once. Even if I had shipped the boxes out early, because like people here in Maryland got theirs the next day, but people like Billings still doesn't have his because, it's 4 or 5 days old.
Right.
Yep.
So then we we had the party and it was such a great time. And 9 o'clock came around and we let other people in and we started selling these figures, and made a ton of new. I think we had 70 people join the Realm group last week, which was up like a 1,000,000,000%. I don't know. It was crazy how much.
Yeah.
And hey, like I said, if 20% of those people hang around and have, aren't just showing me pictures of their closets, I mean, we'll be good to go. So,
dude, that shit
goes hard, bro.
That shit Joe said was funny as fuck.
Just shut them up.
I showed my kids that shit.
Just shut them up. Just shut them up. So, okay. So Melody, the voice actress, she was a mess. I said, Jeremy, make sure she gets a drink and gets taken care of and everything. And she had the bananas like everybody did, and she was waving it around. I see her the next morning. I'm going to the dealer room. I'm like, where's your banana? She's like, I left it in the room, and I like hand her mine, and she's like, well, hold on, and she like pulls it out as long as it is, and just lets it go. I'm like, she's fucking. I bet you in a different situation she would have just been fucking bananas. Yeah.
Yeah,
like Gilfy, man.
How you doing?
Gilfy, how you doing? Let me show you my banana.
Yeah. You come here often?
Just a little bit. So the party was great, and we sold a bunch of the figures that night. The next day, we walk around with them for a bit, and then Hanny's like, "Hey, you want to put them in the third party reveal case?" I'm like, fuck yeah, we do.
Of course.
So that was a big deal to us. As many times we've been to these shows, and it's like, oh, look, there's a third party reveals. I'm like. Yeah. And then Dakota was running their Facebook, and he actually put it on the page that this is available to buy right now. And we sold out. We sold our stock out that morning.
I mean, like, look, not for nothing. I'm proud of it.
Yeah,
though.
man.
Like I can't quite express
That's
it.
That's a feat.
But yeah, like it quantified into something.
It did, man. It did. I mean, this, like we said, this was like our love letter to the community. It really was. And there's so much other shit in that box that we all busted our fucking ass to get made. And I didn't even think about, like, nobody's going to even look at that shit once they see what's in the box.
Yeah.
So we kind of last night on ETR kind of went through like the process of the pins and, how everything came to be.
Grannies.
Yeah. And people seem to enjoy all that stuff. So
Yeah.
It was a good time, and after that, we went back down to Broadway, and we found a bar that somehow could seat like 15 people, and we ate there, and then we were just wandering around. And you'll have to get his take on the story. Jeremy wanders outside and either
That's a cool dude.
tries to start a fight or breaks up a fight. I'm still not real sure. I'm not sure what happened, or somebody. I don't know. It was very strange. But I was going up to people, and I don't have them. I was going up to people I didn't know and like tapping them on the shoulder with that banana and just asking them a question. Like I did it to the bouncer coming out. I'm like, man, are you uncomfortable with this? And he just laughed. And then Ricky dared me to do it to a cop. I'm like, listen, that Nashville Metro crew, they don't fuck around. I ain't touching that dude with the banana. So me and I'm going to apologize. I'll probably leave names out of people. Because I don't remember, but I do remember this. So we're standing at a crosswalk waiting to go across, and there's some security goons kind of directing traffic. And it's me and I believe Rockstar Adam is right there. That's
my guy, man.
He's
Shout
a good
out to
guy,
Adam.
man.
That's a good dude.
He's a good guy. And just all of a sudden, there's this dude that neither of us have ever seen before. He's dressed in all black with white sneakers and a black hat. He is soaking wet with sweat. And he just goes around like to hold himself up. And I'm just like, what's up, bro? And he mumbles something about his ankle hurting. I'm like, okay, what's your name, man? And he doesn't say anything. And we just start rattling off names. Kevin, what's your name? He's like, no. I said, is it a biblical name? And he's like, he nods his head up and down. So I'm like, all right,
David.
Start rattling him off. Finally, I think his name was Chad. But we're holding him, waiting
Chad?
on. Yeah, it's
I don't think
that's not a biblical name.
Well, it depends on the Bible.
And it's obvious at this point we're going to help him across the street.
Book of Mormon.
Right, but there's no end in sight to where we're taking him. So we're standing there waiting, and Jason P, who, you know Jason.
Yeah.
He's 10 sheets. He turns around, looks, and let's say you were the two guys, and looks right at this guy in the face and says, "Who the fuck are you?" And then it's just like, we almost dropped this dude. It's so funny because it was just so ridiculous that this random dude just decides to hang on us, and then Jason, "Who the fuck are you?" That was a good time.
That's dangerous right there.
It is a good time. Apparently, and you may have heard this already, but Frank Welker watched your interview with Agabus.
I did hear Hanny actually called me while I was at dinner.
Oh, no.
My wife and I had a night out on that Saturday.
Oh, wow.
And we went to this place in Frederick. I got it in my notes. So I'll correct it later. Jabrones or
Jabronis.
It's not
Jabronis.
not that. It's not that. It's over by Wegmans.
What is it?
So it's like an American restaurant or whatever, but they have like steaks and seafood. And shit.
I think I've been there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So anyway, he called me during dinner, but I got a hard enough time getting this fucking dude on the phone on a Thursday, let alone when he's hosting the show. So I was like, man, I better take this.
Yeah.
So I took it, and he told me the story that Frank Welker came to him and said that Frank Welker was actually curious about him. Like, who is this dude?
Right.
Whatever. And then checked out the video, and he actually complimented my interview, Joe. Like, nice. I'm hoping he's going to join the Patreon, get the full.
That's
interview.
Right.
But
he's going to enjoy how you said I still function.
But don't listen to this, Frank Welker, or just listen to this part.
Yeah.
But he apparently he thought it was like a well paced interview, good questions, good such and such, and gave him a understanding of who the dude was and whatever. So I did appreciate that. You know,
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking Megatron, right?
Yeah.
Like,
This is recognition, bro.
I
think that's pretty. I think it's a pretty big deal, honestly.
Yeah.
Man, it was. There's one more person.
I was just trying to make sure I had catch up with my steak. I'm be honest with you.
Yeah, I know that's a priority. I'm sure they were like,
You order fries though?
You know,
he's on the phone.
How are you about mashed potatoes though? You don't want mashed potatoes.
You know what's
you
funny?
never get to have mashed potatoes because you order fries to get ketchup.
So you're right. You know what's funny about it though? The fries were trash, so I didn't really eat them. And I know they looked at that empty bowl of ketchup.
So why does fries here?
And wonder where the fuck that shit went. Because I ate that shit with the steak. It was great.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm gonna shout out.
Litos is bad.
Maybe it's
tomato
Litos.
products and Italian people, man.
Maybe the tomato. It doesn't taste enough like ketchup. Shout out to Zach. I don't remember Zach's last name, but I remember telling you guys when I was at Toylanta, this young man brings me a Zuvio.
Yes.
He's a big fan of the show.
Yeah.
I believe he said he's been listening to you, Bobby, since he was.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, hang on, it's worse now because he says he did some math and now he thinks he's been listening to you since he was 12.
That's fucking insane.
So he pulls out
all the better for it, I'm sure.
He pulls out a Moss Toys. What's it called? The
Skiff?
Is that the yellow one?
Yeah, the Bumblebee.
Yeah, and he says, "Will you sign this?" And I was like, "What the fuck? Why would I sign that?" He's like, "Because it's ridiculous, and I want all three of you guys to eventually sign it." And I said, "Do you care what I write?" He's like, "Nope." So on the back of it, I said, "How you spell your name?" He said, Z-A-C-H. I said, or Z-A-C-K. I said, all right, I'm going to spell it wrong. So I put Z-A-K. This isn't Zuvio. And then just did my little Pinkerton.
Hey, Zach, mail it out. Hit me up, mail it out to us. I'll get Joe and I.
Otherwise, you'll never catch me. Sorry.
And send a silver Sharpie because that day we will not be able to find one. I guarantee it. Yeah. Man, there were so many awesome people that I got to see, and I'm. My little ride up in the realm, I didn't, I put a picture of me and Hanny on Sunday morning. We both looked like we'd been hit by a bus after he and I had settled up with everything. But all in all, I mean, it wasn't a huge show. The dealer room was 2 NJCCs, basically.
Okay.
But it hit all the high points.
The pictures look substantial.
Yeah, I mean, there was plenty of transforming robot toys there.
How much do you need, really?
Plenty of third part. I'll be honest, there were 2 things I was...
There are only so many.
Of Transformers.
Yeah,
there are only so many.
There were 2 things I was looking for that I did not find, actually. But I will say that I did not realize how popular that Unicron trilogy shit was. But I guess people that came up, that was their G1 or whatever.
Christ,
yeah, it's like prequel.
Joe, here we go.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Well, we were ready. So I will say that I don't know why TFW does not cover this show at all.
So I know why.
Well, Is it?
I mean, I know why.
Is there 5 reasons why?
So no,
But
no,
you know
no.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do know what you're talking about, but it actually predates.
Is it something to do with former?
So you want some tea?
Yeah.
You want some tea? Okay. So this is only what I've heard as a member of the community, Joe. You're familiar with the community.
Yeah.
You loved it once upon a time.
Oh, sure.
There is a good old boys club.
Oh,
No doubt.
you wouldn't say.
And members of that good old boys club, and that's not to say that they're bad people, because I know people from TFW that are actually good people. But there are people that are behind TFW. They're also there's like a number of different toy sites that are all interconnected. TF Wiki. They had a falling out with Pete. Now, my personal opinion, so I can only say my personal experience with Pete has been fair. It's been honest. We don't see eye to eye. But I don't think poorly of him.
Right.
I just think that like he thinks the world is flat and I think it's round, kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
But they hate him.
Right.
And they ostracized him. And because it's this kind of good old boy network, they were able to kind of work in cahoots to kind of, that's not to make him a victim, because he's an asshole, I think.
Okay.
Some of the shit that he tweets and posts and all that, like this is like a dude that should have his social media taken away.
Fair.
You know, one of them.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make him a monster. But I think that maybe perhaps these people really disliked his points of view on things and conspired to make him a monster.
And the unfortunate side effect of that is, although he's not the person in front of this anymore, it's still connected.
He's connected.
He was there. I mean, there's no hiding.
Yeah, I mean,
he was all over that place.
It's the same thing like when I had Hanny on the first show about it. I told Hanny ahead of time. I was like, look, I have to ask you about this dude. Like, I can't not ask you. It's part of the sauce. If I don't ask you, it's going to seem obvious that I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? And I think Hanny handled it well. He said, look, like the dude's involved, but he's not involved. His name is attached to the money, but he's not involved in the organization of the show, which is fine. I mean, he owns the name. What are you going to do?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't take it away.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, Henny and I talked.
I don't say that to shit on Pete, because I don't know him outside of what I know him, and I think that him and I just view the world differently. That's not to say that I think that he's a monster. I just think that he might not be my type of guy.
I will say one thing, Pete. Pete shouldn't run up in private events uninvited. I'll say that. He got told what's what, I'm pretty sure, because he left. But
Really?
yeah, that's all I'll tell that story. There's plenty of other people that had the angle, I'm sure, better than me. I was busy.
I'll get you off air.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think. You know, I'm
I'm going to tell it on Patreon.
Exactly.
that's right.
Patreon. It's Patreon, bro.
Put that bitch behind a paywall. No, there was. I mean, it was a pretty drama-free weekend. I can't think of any drama. Nobody got like ignorant. That I saw. I mean, well, let me rephrase it. No, nobody had to be escorted back to their room. Although I will say that I got to meet Jason P's wife this weekend, and she did a lovely job writing his room number on his hand because she knew what was coming.
Ricky Ticky Timber stay on 2 feet?
Ricky did pretty good. Ricky brought me I didn't know they made Jameson in this big of a bottle. It's about as round as your box here. And
Hey, yo.
Whoa.
She's had 3 kids.
Come on, man. Square peg, round hole. But at the Sunday morning, the show's still going on Sunday. But as you know, every convention is kind of a wind down. Hannah and I sat down and I settled up with him because all this was under his name. So, and just shout out. It was nice just to sit there and he had the invoice and I had money and we piled it out and counted it out and. It's just kind of nice to both catch our breath for a minute. And, obviously his work was a lot far from done here, but I think all signs point to this being a success for them.
Outstanding.
So, I'm proud of what those guys were able to do. It's having just a place that's like, you guys can be, our name was on the fucking schedule.
Outstanding.
Like the hotel had put on, on these big it says conference room. It was the Sweet Shrub Room. How about that? The Sweet Shrub Room, Realm of Collector 6 to 11.
I will say, I didn't get retweeted. I didn't get reposted. I didn't get reshared. Like, that's not to say fuck him, because that's my guy. But, and I know he's under stress. The last thing that we did was 2 weeks out from the show, so I get that. But objectively, looking at it from my position, I'm like, I'm still cautious because only because I've been hurt before. This is my truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, this was a. How do I say this without sounding like an asshole? This was the first time that they've run a show.
Sure.
And they used the resources that were in front of them. And I think that there were probably some opportunities to do things a little different. And look, everybody can say that. I mean, I'll say that about the event we have. Definitely.
Let me also say this. Hanny made an offer to me for the next show that if that sticks through to fruition is a generous offer.
Yeah.
And will make, me and him are cool anyway, but anything that I feel about, like, man, like, I was trying to do this and whatever, anything that I feel about that would be water under the bridge. And I say that's already kind of liking to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
me and him are cool.
Yeah. So, I mean,
it's a pain in the ass to fucking schedule him for anything, but we're...
No, you're not wrong about that. Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, Hanny was instrumental in helping us. But he was the middleman for the whole. We never actually talked to Keith. We just used him as a middleman because they have a relationship, and Keith was calling the figure by name, and I think he enjoyed doing something different, and seeing our ideas and putting them in the fruition.
Dude, the symbol. It's the symbol.
Yeah. The only thing I'm only complaining about, there's two complaints I have about that. One, he didn't install the custom face on the figure.
Yeah.
And two, the prototypes images that he sent us, the face was not just plain. It was silver with paint apps on it instead of it's like the same color purple with the red eyes. And
right.
So that's my only two criticisms of that. Other than that, I was extremely happy with the figure. So
nice.
Yeah. It's all over, so let's get back into diorama mode.
So I think this is going to be a night of just my Nerd Weekend notes, and we'll save questions for next
sounds like a plan.
Because Joe has not eaten. All right. So Jaina is in high school. Well, is in middle school. She's in 8th grade in middle school. She's getting ready to go in high school next year. And she has a phone. And she found a teacher's social media account.
Oh boy.
And they're making beats on that bitch.
Yes.
Are they any good?
Wait.
Well, actually, I liked one of them. I did like one of them.
What subject?
Hip hop.
No.
Does
he teach you about hip hop? Is that the subject he teaches?
So I'll be honest. I don't.
Hang on. I'm gonna guess.
History.
Hang on.
I think history.
That's my guess.
I think history.
I was gonna say history or science.
But I want to say he may teach her 2 classes. But it was just funny. So there's a couple funny things about it. So she texted me, and she was like, "Hey, this guy." Yeah, she's like, this guy is my teacher, and he's making beats. This is a social media account because he said something kind of sketchy, like
at school.
No, like on his social media, like he said I'm not gonna do it justice, but it's like, who do I gotta fuck around here to get a, you know what I mean? Like, oh man,
to get like a hot Krispy Kreme.
I'm trying to.
I'll bring them.
Yeah, hold on,
bro. Let's go right after and get a Krispy Kreme.
I haven't had a Krispy Kreme in a minute. I haven't had Waffle House in a minute.
Can we look it up and see if the hot sauce
Waffle House and then Krispy Kreme?
All right, so
combine them.
Let me see if I can find
Combined
it.
Ask him to waffle the. Will you waffle these?
Just stick the fucking Krispy Kreme.
All right,
in there,
so this is
it. I'm in.
So she said, hold up.
It's BYOD.
All right, so she said she sent me the picture of his tweets, and on there he like shows his beats and shit, and I'm like, screenshot doesn't have his whole address. Give me his address, like his @
Oh, okay.
So she says, what do you mean? YDYM. And I said, the whole @ and I said, never mind, I found it. I'd already done the legwork. Jan said, explain it to me when I get home, bro. And then she said, don't call him out. And I said, I'm not. And then she said, don't get him in trouble. And I said, it's actually pretty tame. And she said, oh, good. I mean, me and my friends didn't see anything terrible, just the post. I said, yeah, it's mostly him excited about video games. Even that post is about him needing money for a new PC. It was like, who I got to fuck around here to get the, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then anyway, so she showed it to her friends, like our text exchange. Mm-hmm. And her friends, it was funny because she's struggling with this a little bit. But her friends were like, "That's how you and your dad text?" And she's like, "Yeah, like she's like, your dad's cool as shit." And I was like, "Man, bitch, I've been trying to tell you."
I mean, you are, honestly. Like, fuck. You know, like, does she not know?
She's like, well, she does. So I'll tell you, she has another friend of hers, right? And he's got a dad that like has a mohawk, but he's definitely a dad.
Yeah.
You know?
Cool dad, but dad.
Yeah. And he came over here because his kid was here, long story. And Laura was like, he seems like a dad trying to be a cool dad. Is he a cool dad? And Jana was like, well, he's not like, and she gave the thumbs over to me. And I was like, not like what? And she was like, nothing. And I was like, oh, not like the cool dad? You want to salute me? We can salute, bro. You know, like, you know, but it was just funny. I went to Cirque du Soleil on Friday night. Took the kids for the first time.
Which Cirque is it?
So it's a traveling Cirque.
Most of them are
Curious.
The Curio. Yeah. Kelly wants
So
to see
it was in Tyson's.
Yeah,
and my kids have never seen it. They have no idea. You know what I mean? And they're kind of like yeah, whatever, we'll go. And Jane is like, dumb. This is dumb. Everything is dumb. You know. And then we went. And like the first time that the tricks start coming out, you know, they're all like, "Oh shit, this shit is different."
Legit. Yeah, no, circus legit.
So we had like a good time.
Yeah,
and, like,
that's a fun time, man. I've been half a dozen times over the years to different circus.
See my kids like spellbound was.
It's hard to do now,
It takes
man.
a lot. Yeah, it takes a lot.
It's hard to get that butt plug pop, man.
So another thing,
Clang.
butt.
that wasn't in Cirque du Soleil, I'll have you know. But there was a male dancer on a pole. Joe.
Except male dances on the pole.
I'm considering inviting you to the greatest thing that I may have ever found in my life. Okay.
Play it on me.
There's a Facebook group.
No, I'm already out. Okay, go ahead.
Am I in there?
It's Chris is already in it, I'm assuming.
He's out.
Oh no,
He's out.
hold on.
Don't be mature about this, okay? It's a Facebook group.
Okay.
About our community.
Our community.
The neighborhood in which we live.
No.
And it is amazing.
I'm in.
Are you rejoining just to say?
Bro, I will go on Facebook just to be in this group.
Dude, it's awesome. The amount of shit that they bitch about continuously that's absolutely fucking meaningless.
Is it vague book though? Or are they like, I cannot believe some people leave their garbage cans out?
So it's a lot of like dog shit. You know,
hey, I've stepped in dog shit in your neighborhood. Who do I tell?
I can add you.
He just wants to be in the group.
Just say you live in my address.
You hear once a week, bro.
You almost said it. You almost doxed yourself.
I know.
Hey, Joe, are you going to say, hey, I'm Joe. I live on XX Street, number XX8.
Yeah, just they'll ask your address. Just give it. And dude, like, I've been hooked to it. Like, I've just been looking
watching
at it and laughing at how silly people are.
And you can see all the neighbors because I never see them.
You know, there's an app called...
You know, we already done this. Like, we do this once in a while where we look up the houses in this neighborhood on Zillow just to see inside.
It's fantastic.
That's why I found a Point Brick fucking...
Brick bathroom, right?
Yeah, bathroom. Yeah.
So there's an app called Nextdoor that is essentially the same thing, but I think it's more anonymous. Like, I'm in one, but it's for Shaladon, which is that golf course neighborhood.
Okay.
And those people are fucking wild too.
Yeah, they're across the street.
Across the other highway there. Yeah,
the nice side.
Oh, really? So you're saying my house in the woods isn't nice? Yeah. You need it? Do you need an HOA, motherfucker?
So we already talked about the Frank Welker liking my interview.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder.
No. So I watched Belfast. It's on HBO Max.
Of course.
It was nominated for a bunch of like Best Picture awards and stuff. It's about this family living in Belfast, Ireland in 1969 during like the Catholic Protestant War, the Civil War. I got to be honest with you. It's not bad. It's worth a watch.
Sounds like a bummer.
But I expected a lot more out of it, given the confines of the scenario, as well as the awards. It's a little bit challenging because they are all the actors are Irish. Representation, Joe, you would understand. All of the actors are Irish. Like it's a very Irish.
So it's literally hard to like
sometimes
like
it can
verbally.
Be, sometimes it can be.
I have a hard time understanding accents, bro.
Sometimes it can be hard to keep up with the story because you're trying to understand exactly what the characters are saying, and they speak very Irish.
You know, like something I noticed about Irish that makes it hard to understand is they keep it turns into a different cadence than what we're used to hearing. So the words sound different, and they're coming at us in a pattern. We're like, wait, that's correct. Hold on. It's like the fucking Minority Report grabbing them.
So the restaurant is called Madrone's.
Okay, this sounds.
It's seafood and beef, so to speak.
Those are two things people eat.
Surf and turf, bro. Surf and turf.
Worth a look at.
Cool.
The crab dip. Not as good as ours.
Of course. I mean, how would it be?
But surprisingly good.
Okay.
Not as good as Dutch's either.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because
Not as good as
I go to Dutch's, you want some.
But they do have handmade pretzels to dip it in. So it's like whole handmade soft pretzels, like a crab pretzel, which is nice.
Kelly and I, it's been like probably like 5 years ago we went there, and I don't remember if it was
It's definitely
good or
not
bad.
jabroni.
No, it's Madrone's.
I went to a retirement party from somebody that I...
Oh, wait, they're Asian now?
Was it in their home that they were going to live in, their retirement home?
No. So this guy that I know is a mopper. He's been mopping forever. And I happened to come in halfway through his career, pretty much. And I've always liked him. And I mop mainly in Savage, Jessup, North Laurel, Maryland area.
Yep.
What are the home values like there?
They're not good. Not great. You might say it's the armpit of that area.
Okay.
You want to move a few miles over into Columbia, then you're good to go.
Correct. So, you know, sometimes we work on nights or whatever, and people take naps, and as someone would do during the night, like when you're not having to necessarily work, especially him in an older position, getting close to retirement. And being as though I work in Savage, which is often busy at night on the mopping level, he has what he calls nighttime etiquette, where like if you know people are going to be napping in this area, then you don't enter into this area more than once.
Okay.
If you enter into this area, you bring everything. Your charger, your fucking drink, whatever you need. You don't go having a walkabout.
Makes sense.
It does. It's a bit much, but it makes sense.
It's courtesy.
It's courtesy. So I'm super self-conscious about courtesy. I know he's funny about nighttime etiquette. So I was headed towards that area, and I was like, fuck, I left, this is years ago. I was like, last year maybe. I was like, I left my charger. So I went back, got my charger, and I was like, you know what, but I better just get my backpack, get the whole kit and caboodle, make sure I have all my stuff in case I need it. So I got my backpack. And then I was like, if I get thirsty. So now, to be fair, I haven't entered the relaxing area, the break room, if you will.
Okay.
But I've gotten close to it. So I go back to get my water. I'm going to give a little water to have in case I get thirsty. As I enter back in towards the break area now with all of my supplies, he's standing out there waiting for me. And he's been asleep for an hour. And he's like all frazzled. I'm in his area now. I was mopping in a different area. And he's like, the fuck are you? Some kind of fucking savage night walker?
Which works on so many levels. That's great.
Bobby's a new cryptid.
But
Savage Nightwalker.
But Laura and I went, and we had a good time. But I got to see a bunch of people real quick, and it's actually it was kind of awkward because like the people that were there weren't necessarily my group. But there's some that I'm super connected to, and there's some like in a mentorship way. Like, yeah, it was a little bit awkward, so we didn't stay very long. But I was happy. So I signed. He had a retirement book, and I signed it, and I was like, enjoy retirement from the fucking Savage Nightwalker.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I imagine you with a whole camping backpack and a fucking water skin and a fucking sleeping bag.
Exactly. So I'm still watching House of Dragons on HBO.
I just haven't gotten to it yet, man. I wanted to. Just it's such a crazy weekend.
So I haven't talked about either episode yet. Yes. They're both been good. It took me about 20 minutes to figure out the timeline and where I was at in it. I'll give you the bit. This is the
keep it spoiler free because I am going to watch it. Hopefully this week.
But namely, the first episode, I said there's like a jousting duel area, and
like medieval times.
At the time at the time of the duel, the queen is also giving birth, and the duel arena is shaped like a vagina. And I just want everybody to know that wasn't lost on me.
I have to keep that in mind
on that shit. And that part was perfect. I said, "Oh, wasted the years since you've been born." So there's like wasted the year since you've been born waiting for a son. That's what somebody tells their daughter. Like,
that's cold.
There's some harsh shit in this. It's interesting to me because you have no interest, right? In Game of Thrones or
at all.
It's interesting to me because you do kind of like fantasy stuff, right?
I do.
Why this one no interest?
I'm not sure.
It's really good.
In the second episode, it came to me. I was like, man, he likes Lord of the Rings.
I love Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I was like, he likes this fantasy shit. I wonder why this one. There's
I don't
no
know.
interest.
There's just something that just like turns me off about it.
I'll tell you, Joe. I wasn't.
It's not just the fandom, which does. Like, remember at the height of his hype. You know, I'm not about hype.
Yeah,
right. And that's what I was going to say. And part of it is like,
so dark, bro. Everyone dies, bro. I'm like, I don't care.
I mean, I remember posting. I didn't watch it as it came out because I missed like the first 3 or 4 seasons because I was at an age with my children where I knew what it was. I'm like, I can't watch it with an earshot or them walking in. So we just never watched it. And I remember when the finale was coming on, I posted something on Facebook like, the people who beat up the kids who like Dungeons and Dragons are excited about the end of Dungeons and Dragons tonight.
It's like what you guys talking about last week about fantasy football and shit.
Exactly.
Bro, it's the same motherfuckers.
Exactly.
We talk shit about nerds. Being nerds.
But saying all that to say, I've watched it now, and it's fucking great. I think you would enjoy it.
A lot of people watch it like
the first. I'll tell you
retroactively. Like you watched it retroactively, didn't you, Bobby? Like you caught up like much later.
We watched 3 seasons. I was 3 seasons late. Yeah.
We watched it during the pandemic. Like every night, we watched an episode. It's probably when we were doing our telepotting.
It's more.
But no, I was just going to say I think you'd enjoy it because it tells a nice, cohesive story. And the way I watched it, binging it, I mean, I know that's how you digest stuff a lot of the time. It definitely works that way.
It's more grounded though, right? It's fantasy, but is it like? Because I like
there are grounded parts about it, but
like hard sci-fi, but I like
it's no more grounded than Lord of the Rings.
Okay,
yeah. There's dragons and there's people with superpowers essentially.
Okay,
but they play.
Okay, I didn't know there was people with superpowers. They didn't seem that way.
I mean,
it seemed more like a period piece with fantasy sprinkled in.
I will say this
with a ghost walker.
So this is my note about it for you.
Okay,
is that I personally think you would like it in a vacuum, like without outside information about it.
I have no outside information about it.
You do have outside information about
Kinda.
it, like how you view the fandom, how you view the
but the story itself, I have no idea.
No, not the story, just how you view the franchise.
Yeah.
I think you actually would like it, but I say in here, more importantly than whether or not you would like it or dislike it, I would be interested in what you think about it.
This show, not the other show, all
the
of
whole
it.
franchise.
The whole franchise. Because I do think it's something that you would sink your teeth into and you would feel a way about one way or the other, and I would be interested in that opinion. No more, no less.
Yeah.
Like hate it or love it means nothing to me.
It's just what
but why you hate it or love it would mean a lot to me.
Well, I mean, one of the reasons I haven't watched is because I watch everything with Krista, and she read the books way back when.
I see.
And not that she doesn't like it, but like she fell off of it, and like she has no interest in watching the show since she's already read it.
Well, if it ever,
I mean,
I think it's horribly. I don't think there's
everyone that opinions I care about do recommend it to me.
Yeah, if it
like,
ever,
not just you guys, multiple people.
Right. If it ever changed, I would definitely be interested. This is no pressure on my end.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you would like it or not.
Yeah, I'll just give it a
even
shot.
if you didn't like it, I would be interested in why.
It like in general, I like hard sci-fi and high fantasy, right? So that's like sci-fi that's really
I wouldn't say it's sci-fi.
No. I'm saying those are two different genres for me. So like some people might think I want like grounded fantasy, but I don't. I want my sci-fi to be grounded, but my fantasy be out there.
And
so like Game of Thrones is the
it's the fantasy. It is out there.
And sometimes that's my one complaint about Lord of the Rings is it's not out there enough.
My only criticism,
because like the magic is not enough magic for me in Lord of the Rings. Like there's just not enough like fucking fireball throwing and shit like that. So like in I want to watch the Wheel of Times because that seems real high sci-fi to me.
So Robert D is a big fan of Wheel of Time.
Yeah, I know the book series. She's also read all the books.
It's his favorite book series of all time. Yeah. He says the show is awful.
Huh, interesting. Because I know some people who love that.
He says.
But he also hates Shang-Chi, though.
But hang on. He's read the books, though, and that puts a different spin on it.
But I would recommend talking to him about it because he was a person that was like, dude, when this show drops, you got to watch it. And he was on my ass.
Okay.
And then now he's like, please don't watch it because he's afraid that I'll view it through that lens.
But there's also a catch-22, right? Someone who's read the books, liking, because you can say it. It's like how you can never win with fan toys, right? You can say, "Oh, yeah, he's correct," right? Because like my DM on D&D, he loves that show and he's a big fan of the books. So it's like, Chris is a huge fan of Harry Potter books, but he hates the movie. She hates the movies. Huh. It's weird when
so I never read the books, but the movies I think are fine.
Yeah, so it's always weird when the book to media transition. Like people have real strong feelings about one way or the other.
I think
Patronus.
I think at the very
sounds good.
We had a whole episode
have Patron about poured into anus and then like have it squirted back out on your face. That sounds amazing.
And
I think at the very least you would find the culture and world building.
Yes, I do like deep lore.
There's a unit that's in there.
It's not too much for you because I used to say you thought it was too much for you to grasp in the very beginning.
Correct.
There's one of the reasons you didn't watch it was like too many names, too many places.
It was too busy.
And I'll tell you, like the first couple episodes are like deep, like setting up like so.
But as soon as it locks, and I'm an idiot,
watch three episodes at least.
As soon as it locks, it locks.
Well, that's Bobby's rules. 3 and 3.
There's a eunuch in it too.
Even if,
it's normal in Asia land, by the way. Yeah. Not fantasy, historic Asia things. The eunuchs are like they're the only one who can serve the queen or empress, whatever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I also had a Zoom meeting, as I do at the.
Oh, Seth was in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was on our Twitch and in your meeting at the same time.
So building Gundam, I believe.
Can I ask you a question about that? Did you mean to send that link out to everybody that has a Patreon?
No, it should have just been
because it came to me, and I'm not top tier. Because
I don't know.
We almost hopped in on the drive back.
But
it's fine.
Bonus.
I say that to say this.
Yeah,
I was in an introspective state, which I'm not often in, and it was a really good Zoom meeting for me. I'm not sure if they felt the same way. To be fair,
who cares? Tell the people listening what exactly you're talking about.
So on Patreon, at the top tier, I put out a Zoom link at the end of the month, every month, and have like an hour and a half to 2 hour conversation about just whatever's going on. It could be toys, it could be politics, it could be whatever. Like we just talk
like this.
Correct. And I happen to be in a super introspective state. And we talked about like podcasting, at a certain point. And I got into a space where I was like, man, like if I'm having to really psychoanalyze myself, Nerd Rage, right, pulls in about 1,200 to 1,500 listeners an episode.
Crazy.
It charts internationally every fucking week. It charts.
Yep, somewhere
to me.
It's moderately successful for what it is.
Yeah, for a podcast. I mean, because there's a billion podcasts.
100%.
This is listened to.
What people don't understand about podcasts is like there's the top podcasts that get like 5 million streams, and then there's the middle that are like us.
I mean,
and then there's the low end.
It's like money, like people with $1 billion, and then people with $100,000. That's the gap.
Yes, except I feel like with money, the majority of people are in the middle, and then there's the extremes that have a lot and the extremes that have nothing.
Yeah.
With podcast, the majority is the middle. The majority is the have-nots, the less.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of people with
correct. So like we are like it's not like a clout thing or a props thing, but like we do fairly well for our swath.
Like Twitching, like has put that in perspective for me. Like just to imagine 1,500 people in a room listening to us. Yeah. Just imagine if we were in an arena and there's 1,500 people here. That's a lot of fucking people.
Correct. So I say that to say this. I started talking like, man, like, do I have, because it's structured, right? Like we have to meet once a week. Mm-hmm. Not all three of us, but preferably all three of us. And if not all three of us,
definitely you.
Definitely me and more people.
Yes.
So like,
you're not on that Bill Burr level yet.
Yeah, I don't want to ever be. But I'm talking, right? And I'm like, man, do I do that because I want Nerd Rage to be successful? Or do I do that because what the fuck else do 40-year-old men hang out and do? Did I create something?
Did you create a social club
to try to get friends together to talk for a purpose? You know, so you didn't just come over to be like if I was like, hey, Joe, Chris, let's come over. We're just going to talk for 3 hours. We're going to sit in this.
Which is what we're doing.
Let's record it.
It doesn't
that
ring
makes
out.
A difference.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, this is an excuse to do it.
So like we got into that, and then we got into like we started like talking about like some like psychoanalyzing like collection shit. And like I think that some of them were a little bugged out because I've never quite been in that space, my creative space, where I'm like, because I only get in there from time to time, but I was in that vibe at that moment, and I started listing out like, what about this? And what about this? Do we do this to do this? And we do this and like it was a lot of like quiet space in the room, but I was just talking. But I came up with like 4 or 5 sit down Saturday topics.
Oh, shit. Amazing!
You know what I mean? But
brainstorming.
But it was like a brainstorming session. But like Eric B hit me up afterwards, and he was like, "Yo, you good?" But like because I'm rarely in that space. I just happened to be right there at that time, and then the fucking ideas just kept flowing off of me. But then like people were like, man, like he's a little, because usually I'm like turned up. I'm like I'm drinking. I was drinking water. Like I was in a different space. You know, like I was in a creative space. And usually people find me like turned up. Like, you know what? And here's another thing. I'll tell you that. But doesn't pussy look funny? You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
It looks like a jousting arena.
You know, yeah, exactly. All right. So one last thing before we transition rather to news. Even if you download your pirated music, Joe, you can't use it on YouTube. Okay, so on to our news. Grand opening, grand closing. We have Resident Evil TV series canceled by Netflix after the first season. And I've heard that most people that are fans of Resident Evil are celebrating this.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Waste of fucking money and time and waste of fucking
what is
franchise.
It's a very basic, cool story in the games. Yeah. Why can't they translate it to just because they want a horror cop movie?
They just want to do whatever reason they. These like, fucking writers and creatives, executives, where the fuck it is. It's not just Resident Evil; it's all of it.
Specifically with Resident Evil, it seems.
I mean, the first movie was
easy.
fine.
Those Jovovich movies were okay, weren't they?
Yeah, well, the first one was fine. For when it came out, right? Because we don't really have a standard. That was successful video game movie, right? There wasn't that many. There's still that many now, but it was fine. And it went off the fucking rails from that point on, but still successful financially.
Yeah, but it just seems like
just do the game.
Yeah,
I mean,
because the game is a game that translates well.
Yes,
it's a partner.
It has camera angles. It has story. It has fucking plot.
It's 7 with zombies.
Yeah. It's
been so long since I played that.
But you don't remember. But you know what I mean? It's like it's 2 cops working on a case, trying to figure out the situation, and they encounter a supernatural situation that they had to overcome.
It's not even.
You just play it for
it's kind of supernatural.
You're right. You're right.
No,
biological supernatural.
Yeah.
But like you just play it from the cop perspective of like what the fuck is going on. We got to get to the bottom of the case.
Know that script is out there. Somebody's written that, and they passed on it for whatever reason.
It's a successful. It's proven because not just as an old beloved thing. They recently remade all of them. They're remaking the 4th one now. They remade the first 3 and they're fucking successful and people love them. They updated with better graphics, better voice acting.
That second one in particular.
Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't.
Where is Richard Simmons?
Oh, isn't it a documentary?
Is it a documentary yet?
It's a documentary
because
on Hulu. So the truth is that like he was this kind of flamboyant character
ahead of his time in
many ways, and
sweating to the oldies,
aerobics guy,
super into fitness and such. Him. And then he just disappeared. Like he
cameoed on things.
Like, yeah, because so I'd say about 10 years ago he was kind of like he would cameo. I'm Richard Simmons and I'm here, and then he just felt.
So there is a documentary series coming out about him. It's going to be on Hulu. I haven't watched it yet.
It's on Hulu, huh?
I don't think that it's available quite yet, but basically,
I think it is because I scroll past. That's why I know.
Oh, okay. So it is
watching Predator.
So it explains that basically he has a birth defect where I want to make a joke. See, this is the way my brain works. I set everybody up, and I know that you're waiting, and I want to talk about birth defects. And he was a flamboyant, unique character, and my brain says, "Go for it." But the truth is that he has like one of his feet like didn't have like all the proper bones in it or some shit. So like he has one foot that's like super fucked up, and like all of the aerobic shit was actually making it way worse.
I mean, I would imagine. I'm surprised that he has a fucked up feet doing all that shit.
And he eventually kind of like backed out of it because he couldn't maintain it anymore, is what this article is saying.
Really? I had heard that he had some sort of handler that seemed to be speaking for him.
That's a
reoccurring thing.
Fixer, so to speak. And, that I guess the fear was kind of like what happened with Stan Lee. Somebody was just spending his money for him.
Did anybody watch the second trailer to Pinocchio?
I didn't even watch the first one.
No, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not.
So I'm super interested, but you know why I'm interested? Because I want to see small children drinking and smoking.
It's not going to happen.
It's definitely not going to happen.
I saw a silhouette. So I've still not seen a cigar, and I've still not seen alcohol, but I saw a silhouette of a child turning into a donkey. So something happens.
Wow.
I don't know why it's so funny to me right now.
Was that in Shrek 3?
That's all I'm going to say about it.
Fair enough.
I hope
that donkey turned into a dragon.
I hope that it's because of smoking and drinking.
It's definitely not.
Because if it's not, I will never accept it.
We don't even hardly see smoking at all anymore. That's a fucking.
Even Wolverine can't smoke.
It's fucking smoking warning before you watch a goddamn show nowadays.
Can't smoke in a bar in Nashville.
The next note is called.
For sure.
The next note is called. Are you familiar with the term, Joe? See you next Tuesday. Are you familiar with it?
Yes, I am.
You are.
I am.
This is about paying for cheeseburgers.
So are you? Wait.
It's like hold on. The French door, bro.
It is.
Yeah. Huh? I'm not on guess. I know what you're talking about.
So see you next Tuesday was actually a phrase said to mean women.
Yes.
To call them a cunt.
Yes.
And like I
see that.
So you order fast food and they're bitchy to you, and you're like, okay, thanks. It wasn't number one with cheese. See you next Tuesday.
Yep.
It's actually for those music nerds out there, Joe.
Oh,
that put in a lot of work to make sure they have all the music on there. In Michael Jackson's Thriller video, there's actually like at one point they're like, and he left a note. It says, see you next Tuesday. And it's like a ode to the cunt.
Huh. That's, I believe it's Van Halen has an album called For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge.
And there you go. So I say that to say this. See you next Wednesday is a reference to the second trailer for Addams Family. Have you seen that?
I'm aware of the only thing I know is there seems to be some stink about casting Luis Guzman as.
There is.
So, that's all I know about.
That? I don't know who these people are.
So you remember the heavy set Puerto Rican guy? He wasn't in Casino. I'm trying to work over other stuff you know. Did you see Carlito's Way?
No.
Okay, so did you see Boogie Nights?
This dude.
Oh, I know him. Yeah, he was like a super in something.
So he was in Boogie Nights.
He's been in a ton of movies.
You saw Boogie Nights, correct?
Yes.
So he was in Boogie Nights.
Yes. I mean, and that's him in the role. I think it's Money myself.
So It's
like
not
cartoon.
right. It's not right.
It's
because Gomez is supposed to be slick.
Depends.
And that dude is ugly. He's awesome, but he's ugly.
He's supposed to be ugly. He plays an ugly dude. On some purpose.
Yes.
But, like the cartoon in the 90s, he was a goofy ass dude. So that would be right. But I love Rahulia's performance, and he
was fucking great.
And it's going to be hard.
I mean, that's funny as shit.
It's
though.
funny.
It's not right.
I don't know.
Pull up the cartoon Addams Family
And pull up the Addams Family movie as well.
But
I mean, that was obviously he looks
That's
completely
Gomez.
I mean,
different.
but to us, because subjectively right
yes,
for
no,
us.
but it looks like it feels because he's kind of slick.
Well,
he's like a handsome man.
Did you watch?
He's like a man. He's like a. Like, let me light your cigarette for you, my lady.
Oh, he's very smooth.
Yeah. Like debonair, right? Like,
but But see, what were you exposed to at first?
And that's the thing. Like, look, here's Raul Julia, but I don't know the guy's name who played him in the TV show.
He's pretty close.
But I know, but the dude's
pull up the cartoon,
pretty close, bro.
Can you pull up cartoon Addams Family?
like the new cartoon.
No, it's from the 90s. Just pull. But like, what was your first exposure to the Addams Family? Because
Black and White show.
Mine is the movies.
So mine was a black and white show, and
I never watched the black and white show.
And then I don't remember it very well, but I remember watching it, and then I was excited because I had this base knowledge off of it.
Yeah, I had
right. So that's the cartoon version that Joe's talking about.
Yeah,
right.
So he's like
that's
goofy.
Still not Lewis though. It's not.
It's not.
He's not ugly. Like that. Like I hate to say it. It sounds awful. He's a great actor, and I love him as an actor. But Gomez is slick. He's suave.
Keep this in mind. They've recently had an animated movie, and this is the vibe they're going for.
That seems closer.
So that seems like they're trying to kind of keep him in that.
That's back to that original conversation.
What is right for you?
Correct.
Right? I'm sure. Well, kids don't know that.
Here's a fun Easter egg. Do you know who does the voice of Gomez in the new animated shows? It's the Hot Toys from the new trilogy you may never get. It's your favorite orange jumpsuit wearing
Poe Dameron?
Poe Dameron.
No shit.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac does his voice.
That's amazing.
I didn't know that till right now.
That dude's awesome. I'm watching him.
Why don't you get him to do the fucking movie?
He would be great.
He would be great.
I'm currently watching a movie with him in it, but I haven't finished it yet, which is why it wasn't my nerd week. But
what is it?
It's on HBO Max.
Oh, no way.
It's called The Most Violent Times, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
He's a Hispanic owner of a independent business of heat oil.
Okay.
And it's about him trying to be successful while there's other people that kind of control that. Look, we're not going to be racist here, right?
Hey.
That's one thing we're not going to do.
Where you buying your heating oil from?
Take your middle finger the fuck far away from your thumb as possible.
Fellas.
You know what? The Chinese do deserve a certain amount of respect. Did you hear this bit? Because I'm not sure if I said it last week or not. Because they've seen the fork. They've just said, you know what? I'm gonna stick with these two sticks instead.
I used chopsticks this week actually,
which is also respect to you because you also are familiar with the fork and you know it's a superior tool.
Well, I got
jobs.
I got sushi.
Different jobs, bro.
I got sushi.
There's nothing you can eat with chopsticks that I can't eat better with a fork.
No, your fork will fuck up a piece of sushi and it'll be everything.
Yeah, it would be. And I'd imagine if you
got to hold things together.
Listen, man. I imagine if you know how to eat noodles with a chopstick, they can beat you.
Yeah, I much prefer eating noodles with chopsticks than a fork for sure. Every time.
Negative.
Oh, we're going to drag race this.
It's
Negative. First of all, I will fuck you up eating noodles in this bitch. All right. First of all,
pasta eating motherfucker.
Yeah. Secondly, sushi. I've eaten it with your chopsticks.
With your chopsticks.
And I'll have you know, if I'd have plunged 4 spikes into that bitch, I'd have fucking devoured that shit.
Who knows?
And I'm not saying that there's not. I'm actually speaking of it. It's actually a Jerry Seinfeld joke, to be fair. But I'm speaking of it from a point of respect, where it's like, we know this is better.
It's not though.
But
different tool for different job, bro.
But it is. But
otherwise, we just use sporks all the time.
But we're going to use
that's a superior.
But we're going to use this out of tradition and out of ritual. It's a ritual of sorts.
It's fun. They'll give you a fork if you want.
And there's something to be said for that, which is why it's commendable, because you forgo
Forgo the
superior
3
tool.
spoons on this side, 4 knives on this side, and 6
Oh,
forks on that side.
I'm not talking about all that shit. I'm not talking about. I'm
It's
not,
the same shit.
No, you're getting Victorian.
If we're
I'm
gonna
not
go
talking about
hard,
that
let's
shit.
go
I'm not
hard.
talking about that shit. I'm talking about
So
a
we've
fucking
all
fork,
been- we've all been-
a fork, a spoon, and a knife at any fucking
You
meal.
just need a spork with a serrated edge.
Bro, I've got one actually in my camping gear.
That's
so
all you need.
you
the
create
CRT
that.
brand. It
It's
exists.
already done.
It's just not very user friendly. It's not.
All right.
It's a camping utensil, not
See,
a
that's
dinner.
the
That's
thing.
why KFC is ahead of the curve. They just give you a fucking spork.
You know what's in my backpack right now? Like 6 of those fucking spork packs.
Exactly.
Because in a pinch, I'll always be able to eat.
Exactly.
There was one scene I
Superior.
wanted to talk about in the Wednesday thing before we get too far into the chopstick bit.
We already.
We're already knee deep in noodle sauce.
The swimming team in the trailer, they're at high school.
Okay.
The swimming team gives Pugsley a hard time. Wednesday shows up to the swimming pool where the swimming team is and is like, "Were you fucking with my brother?" And they're like, "Who the fuck are you? Blah, blah, blah. Nobody gives a shit. You know, suck my dick," whatever the kids say.
What do we can say nowadays?
And Wednesday just pulls out these 2 bags filled of piranhas and drops them in the pool.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
Love it.
That's awesome.
Love it.
And I was like, man,
Don't
I
put
love
logic.
that.
Don't put logic in a logical situation because my brain's like, I wonder where she got those. How'd she transport them?
It's Adam's family, bro. Adam's family, like
They just had
it's-
shit.
Yeah, it's suspended disbelief. Look at the house.
there's an element of of magic to them.
You question is like, are they really magical or are they crazy?
Well, are they supernatural in the haunted sense, or
Right.
are they? But that's part of the charm of
Yeah,
it.
you
It's
don't
like,
know.
are they normal or are they of the spirit realm?
right?
You know,
I mean, even the movies are like that. It's like, are they just
100%
crazy
agree.
and rich?
It's important.
Yeah.
I 100% agree. All right, so next one, Wakanda Forever trailer 2.
I didn't watch it, and I don't know if I'm gonna watch any more trailers. I'm going to go see it. I'm excited for it. But what was your thoughts?
So I'm not sure if there's some trailer trickery.
I will.
You're familiar?
I will say
there's always
I
trailer
saw the
trickery.
ad for
There
the
is a-
trailer,
there-
and the Namor looked the digital image looked like trash.
So there is a male panther
Ooh,
featured in this,
okay.
but I'm not sure. Dude, I think, I hate to say it, but from watching this trailer,
Okay.
I think it's plausible that we might see the death of T'Challa.
Okay. I would be okay with that.
I would be okay with
some
that
people
too
aren't.
because it's obviously done in respect. It's obviously
Yeah.
done in grace.
Because I'm
and in-
sure. I mean, there's it isn't. Here's the difference for me. If it's existing footage that they already had that they can use in some manner, and
I gotta show it. We gotta get to it. I'm sorry. So I'm just gonna say, this looks amazing to me. Every trailer continues to look amazing to me.
Is Namor going to be a mutant?
It looks like the best thing that Marvel has produced since Endgame, like by and large.
looks pretty slick. Where were all the fish people when Thanos was snapping?
Yeah, that's a good point. But there are a lot of male panther shots in this.
But, we'll see when it comes out.
Correct.
Because, like, we can't, we know we can't trust Marvel's trailers.
Yes, exactly. And I get the impression that this is a sleight of hand. That we may, because some of the silhouettes, some of the panther shots, I'm like I don't know what the right call is in regards to his death.
That's the tricky question, right? Nobody, you can't please everybody. First of all,
Correct.
Somebody's gonna be upset somewhere.
Correct.
Well, a large group. There's gonna be groups of people going to be upset no matter what you do.
Yeah.
But I understand all sides of why.
But it's still the director. It's still Coogler. It's still people that obviously love that character.
Yeah.
Love Chadwick. Love the whole bit.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine they would be disrespectful. I just can't fathom a world where that would be a reality. But I do think that a lot of this Panther that we see might actually be T'Challa, and it's throwing us off as to who's the Panther in this fucking movie.
Could be LL Cool J.
It says-
Because he was walking with a panther.
And he's
hard as
deepest,
hell.
bluest. His hat is very much indeed like a shark's fin.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, like when I saw all the titles being going to be released in the next 5 years or whatever, like I just don't care.
Well, I was just saying that. I was like, if it
I mean, I
wasn't-
watched stuff, but I haven't cared since. And Endgame didn't turn me off like it did you. But like, I'm okay with that being the end of my Marvel care.
Unless
And that's what.
Mutants.
Yeah, and they have to do it right.
Don't get me started.
And the thing is, like, if you said that, 5 years ago or 3 years ago, I mean, yeah. But now, like, like you said, they've lost yours and many people's faith that they're gonna do everything right.
Correct.
Bobby, I just realized this, that all these nerds were asking the wrong question the whole time. Because the question was, where do you see the Marvel Universe in 5 years? Fuck third party, right?
Yeah.
We would all been wrong.
Yeah. Well, they might have been right on both fronts.
Well, they may be.
Yeah, like Doctor Strange 2 is really, I think that
put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Made me
that, and then what was the follow-up? The most recent, was that
Thor?
I
haven't watched it.
Bro?
I'm watching it.
Yeah,
I'm watching it when it comes out on streaming, like next week or something. Sometime soon. I'm gonna watch it when it streams.
I like it better than Mouth of Madness, but it's still bad.
It's not a great movie. It's got some, guess what? Some really good parts.
But I did want to say this about it. I'm trying to figure out how to frame this properly.
But is Nemo going to be a mutant? Is Nemo still a mutant in the comic books? Because like that,
Nemo?
So that's what it was.
Yeah.
So
the fucking twins were mutants, right?
But that's the thing, right? Is that like it's going to be Namor versus Wakanda, and like they're two good guys versus each other. That's what Marvel does best.
Yeah.
But
Namor's always been
he's been a tweener.
Yes, but that's what you call him. But it's always been understand his perspective, like maybe more so than Magneto. To be fair, like he's just like, look, stay the fuck out of my business. I'll stay the fuck out of yours.
It's really unreasonable to stay out of the ocean though for humans.
And tell Jason Momoa to stop coming down here. So, Amber Heard is not here.
That's what I want to get to. I want to give a shout out to Jay. Jay is a guy that I have interactions with on Instagram, which is where I spend most of my time, to be fair, on social media between that.
Same.
And he hit me up. He hits me up a fair amount, often about political shit.
Interesting.
That I feel like we don't agree on at all until I start talking about it, and then we find common ground. I think that him and I would have a good discussion about political shit in real life, but on social media platforms, it doesn't actually work quite well. But I say that to say this: he said a very good point in regard to race in like a Pacific Islander playing Namor.
Yeah.
And I have no problem with it, right? No. Like I feel like it kind of works because he's always seemed.
So The Rock could have played Namor and you've been okay with it?
Exotic.
He looked like an elf.
And I know that's the wrong word to use.
No, he looked like an elf.
I'll be honest with you. I guess I thought he was an alien at some point.
He could be Asian. They could have made an Asian guy Namor.
But then why does Aquaman bother me, right? Mm-hmm. And he made a good point. Because a Pacific Islander is playing the King of Atlantis.
In Atlanta, Georgia. In the Atlantic Ocean? Fucking
And I was very disappointed that I had missed that last week. The last note that I have is just that the J.J. Abrams Cape Crusader series is canceled on HBO.
I didn't even know that.
So it's just it's meaningless, right? Like a lot of the stuff that Phil puts in our notes. Shout out to Phil. I don't include in our conversations because shit's so, as you know very well, Chris, fluid, that like I don't often bring it up because it's just going to be canceled or whatever. But what's interesting about this is a big name director attached to a big name franchise, and Warner Brothers is going through a big shakeup.
They sure are.
And as a result of all three, it's been canceled, and that is noteworthy, and I'm just leaving it at that.
Yeah.
We have questions. Shout out to everybody that gave us questions. We're not going to answer them this week. It's 11 o'clock.
11:10 p.m.
And we're going to record again in a couple of days, so it will give us some content for the next week. So thank you for your questions. We'll get to them next week. With that, I do want to we're not even going to do Thought of the Week this week. I do want to give shout outs to everybody that listens to this podcast. You're part of the cool table as far as I'm concerned. If you make a podcast, you're probably less than that. But shout out to you nonetheless. And oh, wait, here we go. What was it?
Questions.
And if you have questions, please.
You can email us at nerdrageradiomail@gmail.com.
And to be fair, I also say that little podcast joke because there's far more of you that don't make podcasts, so I'm actually catering to you. It's a little bit of like sleight of hand in a way. Shout out to Dante on Facebook. Shout out to Phil on Twitter in our notes. Shout out to Raul on Instagram, who is healing and getting better and stronger day by day.
Nice.
Can't
Great to hear.
wait to see you back to full strength. And shout out to Ricky Tiki Timber on the videos, who is having some droid issue this week. Hashtag droid does. And shout out to anybody who also may work behind the scenes. And with that,
Flappy labias.
Tasty taint.
tight dick player.